Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Voices of Atlas. My name is Laiba Hazara, also known as Mixin Anxious on TikTok. And let's introduce our special guest, Tyler. Hello, how are you?
Good, doing fantastic. Oh, do I need to go through my stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Y'all can follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Those are the only things I'm really active on. It's at Tyler Makes Films. That's what I do. So that's my name. That's the extent of my creativity.
He does make fantastic content, though, people.
Fantastic.
Yeah, he makes really good content.
Yeah, so go follow him because,
Do it.
It's cool. We all follow him. It's cool. We're cool,
Yeah.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I think so. I hope so. He's here.
We're really cool.
My mom says I'm cool, so that's gonna mean something.
My
If it makes
mom
you-
doesn't
if you-
think I'm cool.
If it makes you guys all feel better, I literally, before I came on here, I was like, all right, I got to prepare because I'm going to be with the cool kids today. I gotta
Now my ego's boosted. Hell yeah.
Guys, we made it. We did it. We're part of the cool
We
kids
made
club.
it. Tyler said we're cool.
Yes.
Yeah, and now let's introduce our other regulars on here. Who wants to
well, sorry.
introduce themselves?
Hi, I am Super Nikenger. I stress out every about 5 minutes, and I take a sip of soda just to calm myself down. Welcome. We're doing stuff today.
I am Victoria. You can find me everywhere at Victoria Organa. And I'm drinking a lot of green juice today, so hopefully I don't gag.
Hopefully you don't turn green. And I'm Marvelous Johnny. I also known as Jonathan Chu, and y'all can find me on TikTok. That's my main thing on social media. You can follow me on Instagram as well, but I don't really do too many interesting things on there. Still welcome to do it though.
All right, so we're gonna encourage you guys to interact in the chat because today's topic is really freaking cool. We're gonna be talking about our top 3 favorite movies. Yes.
It was hard.
Honestly, it truly was. It was the hardest assignment that I've ever done.
It was the hardest 5 minutes of my life to try to decide what movies I was going to include on this list.
Good to know you
so
spent
difficult.
5 minutes. I spent the entire week.
You know.
Oh yeah, me too.
Hey.
Like, I thought I was going through my list in my head, and I was like, are these ones good enough to be my top 3 favorite movies? And I was just like, wait, no, they're the first 3 that comes in my head. That's the list. I'm not gonna keep it up here.
I kept thinking, like, what am I going to add some shock value and just be like completely off the radar. And I was like, I can't put Transmorphers on this list.
You didn't see it. You can't.
Oh. How do you know? Maybe I
Because
watched
you said
now.
it, you didn't.
Anyway,
Oh god. But yeah, no, whoever came up with the topic, maybe it was even me. I hate you.
I think it was me.
yeah.
Was it?
I think it was.
Well, because we were thinking of like a filler episode.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I think it was all of us though, because we were like, let's do something.
We're
So I guess I
currently-
just hate all of ourselves.
Yeah.
Filler episode, as in there's not a brand new Marvel release like there is every
Nothing
other
Marvel.
week,
Or Star Wars.
or Star
Yeah.
Wars, or
Anything super
ethnic.
Asian-like.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. Since it's the month of spooky, which is not Nick's favorite month because he is a Christmas person, right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Totally Christmas person.
You're a Christmas person too?
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm
Hey,
all about
there you
Christmas.
go. Making
You guys
friends.
don't even
I
have
love it.
snow. What?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Funny snow.
Sometimes
It's
part of the Christmas.
Oh, you
feeling
have the
is-
foam bubbles as
Look,
the snow,
some-
right?
maybe the snow is the friends we made along the way, and that's all that matters.
Maybe it's the snow that you find in the bathroom in the club.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Oh god.
Maybe the
Oh,
snow
wow.
is the moment you forgot your jacket when your mom told you to wear one. That's the snow for you. You know.
Here
That's
in
so
Canada, we'd
awesome.
freeze our asses off for that.
Or
We
the
would
winter
experience a
coat you
form of
wear with your
punishment.
Halloween costume.
Yeah.
There you
Oh
go.
yeah.
There
Yeah,
you
it
go.
just ruins it.
Mhm.
So speaking of which, our first spooky themed question is, what is your favorite horror or Halloween theme song? Tyler, you
Mm.
can take us away.
Oh, I really don't want to start though. Like,
Do you want to think
Hold
about
up.
it? Okay.
Yeah, I come back to me. We'll swing around.
Okay,
Sorry.
we'll circle back. Johnny, why don't you start?
You know, I'm just gonna go for it. This is Halloween from Nightmare Before Christmas.
God
I was literally
damn it.
watching
That's a good
it.
one.
I just took it just in case anyone else said it.
That's the only one I
I
knew.
had to. Fine, he did the mash. How about that?
Can I say the entire Beetlejuice musical?
Oh,
Because
Yes.
it's bad.
yeah.
Of course.
Oh no, I thought
Victoria beat me on
Are you
that
gonna- are
one.
you gonna
yeah.
pull it
something-
out?
I had one of the things behind me, like a little mini resin playbill. But it's just all of it. I can't choose it. But
good.
you know,
It's a good musical.
I'm gonna go listen to that because I didn't know they did
Yeah.
it. I didn't know they did a musical for
It is
Beetlejuice.
so
Oh, they did.
good.
It's so good.
No.
Like,
Okay.
the opener with like the whole being dead thing, and then you have
Right?
like
Gotta
dead
say my
mom
name.
and like Girl Scouts. and Say
Oh
My
yeah,
Name
Girl
and-
Scout is so good.
By the way, I'm pretty sure that little girl is supposed to die in the story.
Yeah.
I mean, I also have never seen the musical. I just vibe to
Fair.
the music because it got pulled
It is
off
that
Broadway
amazing.
early,
Mhm.
right before.
Yeah. I
They're
think
coming
they're
back,
not
though,
back
apparently.
on. Yeah, they are.
Yes, and they go to New York. Cool.
Let's all go to New York. Voices of Atlas in New York.
Opening night of
He said
Beetlejuice.
no.
Why
I
would
was
I?
there.
Why would I go to New York? I already live in Los Angeles.
Hey, Broadway, sponsor us, New York.
Sponsor us.
Yeah, there we go.
Everything about New York in comparison to Los Angeles is like if they go left, we go right. Like that's the only difference. It's the same vibe from what I hear. From people,
Not
the same
politically.
vibe. Not politically, but I'm just saying like, I think we
I
say
mean, New York is like this, and LA is like that.
Yeah.
The best way I can
Surface.
describe it is that California says hella for like everything. We say hella for everything. It used to be like a California thing. And then I guess the East Coast said dead ass, which also became like a universal term, but they both originated from opposite sides of the coastline.
It's like Vancouver and Toronto.
I
Yeah.
guess. I don't know nothing about
I
that.
guess.
Okay.
Tyler and Nick know nothing about Canada.
No.
What
They
about
don't.
you, Nick? What is
Zero.
your favorite Halloween song?
She used the Beetlejuice album, so I'm gonna say the Halloween little chime that happens in Return to Halloween Town.
Okay.
Oh!
Yeah.
Little chime.
I don't even remember it, but that's,
Oh.
that's the closest thing I can remember to like a Halloween song.
I thought you meant John Carpenter's Halloween. Like that's what you like to listen to.
That's
like,
actually a good one.
That makes me cooler than that one. I'm gonna say that one.
I
Yeah.
was like, all right, yeah.
Was that your choice there, Tyler?
No.
Oh,
Wait. Does it have to be like it's about Halloween or is it just like
Let's say
like a spooky
spooky
kind of thing, yeah.
theme.
all right. I'm gonna say, and it's probably obvious to anyone that knows me, the Ghostbusters theme is always
Oh,
like
duh.
the dopest.
Yeah,
totally.
yeah.
That
Every time it comes on.
That 100% counts.
Right? Like the
Yeah,
new one,
okay.
I don't know if they're gonna play it in the new one, but they should.
Oh, they
I think
freaking
they
better.
are.
Oh, they
They
have to.
will.
They do a remix
If
version.
not, Sony needs the
come
rights
out.
taken away from them.
Oh
Right?
god. Yes.
And I think that leaves off with me.
Yeah.
So mine is from a movie called Hocus Pocus, and
Oh
it's
my
called Come Little Children. That is, for some reason, my favorite song. Don't know why. It's very spooky, but I love it.
Spoopy.
I
Spooky.
still need
Very
to watch
spooky.
Hocus Pocus.
Is that-
Actually, I
As
should
do
see that
I.
So
soon.
good.
Apparently,
It's
there's a
really
sequel coming
good.
out for it.
Yeah, they're
Interesting.
coming
Okay.
back.
Is that the one where she's
Actually,
like,
I'm not
flying?
surprised. It makes them a lot
Yeah.
of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's on a broom.
She's on a broom.
Yeah.
She's like flying, right? That's the scene.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
okay.
luring children.
Yeah, that's
It's really
weird.
creepy.
Also, another one just came into my head, and as an honorable mention, I guess, Casper the Friendly Ghost.
As a song. Does he have a song?
Ooh.
It's
Oh,
a
yeah, he does
As
have
a
Yeah,
a
there's
song.
one.
Yeah, he does.
I used to have a crush on Casper.
There's a lot of dead children. There's a lot of
That's the theme for Halloween.
dead children. Okay. Sure.
All right.
Yikes.
Do you
Yeah.
guys prefer gore or thrillers?
Gore.
Mm.
Gore.
Can't do gore.
Gore.
I
Let's
can't
go
do gore.
with gore.
I enjoy watching the Saw movies if it weren't for that
No.
puppet.
Mm-mm.
Um,
No.
Keep in mind, like, the things I've seen in real life are worse than whatever a movie can show me, so. Also, like I can consciously and watch Mother without having any major issues.
I still haven't seen
Oh.
that. Watch that.
Bro,
It's messed up.
I read all the spoilers for that one. As I do. I was gonna say neither, but I'll have to say gore because like how like the Suicide Squad, like the new one where like you just see people's heads getting blown up. I'm okay with that. That's as gore I'll get.
What about you, Nick?
Def-
You can't do. You said
no, I
thriller,
can't
right?
do.
You can't.
I can't do gore. Gore and me don't mix. And I think I just watched. I told you guys I just watched Squid Game, and it got like progressively more just violent. As the season went on.
When
And
someone just falls through the ground, you just see a caved open skull.
Yeah, and I was like,
Right?
oh man, this is like what.
That's why I read the spoilers first.
Oh really? God.
It's too much for me.
Yeah, it was like I
What
was
about
like
you, Tyler?
Well, but like, what like specifically? Like,
I
is
think
it
it was
just
the-
like?
I think it was the surgery scenes that kind of like
Okay.
messed me
Oh
up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Spoiler, by the way.
But like usually it's like when they have like graphic things or like loud things, they like it's common practice. They'll show a scene like really early on. It's like this is this is what you're gonna get into. They don't do that for this. They just like it just gets progressively worse and like much more gory as the season goes through. And I'm like, I wasn't prepared for this. I wasn't emotionally prepared for this. I wasn't physically prepared for this. But yeah, I can't do gore. I like thrillers because that can fit into the category of like other things that aren't specifically just scary.
Like action.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess. 'Cause, like, I guess technically, what would The Purge would be like a thriller, right? But it's more like the second one's more like an action movie than it is anything else.
Yeah.
Genres are convoluted though, so it doesn't really.
Right, like I don't like for me. I want to say gore now because I think that's like more what I think I like. Like
Can
you
you
get,
stomach
like
it?
yeah, it's dope. Like I hope that doesn't make me sound like psycho, but like
It's like I love it.
I love it. Like The Thing. Like has anyone watched like the original The Thing? Like
I actually
like
watched
practical.
the clip.
Oh my god,
in
yeah,
my
no,
film
I know
class.
what you're talking about. The effects in that, but all the practical effects in that, wild.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
So
It's
good.
just good.
crazy.
We love it.
Yeah.
Like
You know
I
it was
think I
done by
like it for
one
more
person?
yeah. I know the name. I'm gonna
I don't know
embarrass
his name,
myself
but
because
It was by one specific person. I think he also made like the RoboCop.
Oh yeah.
Thing. Yeah.
He was a very special. He was a very famous visual effects artist. I forget his name.
Yeah.
He's very. We're of the age where we don't know that, so blame time.
Okay.
And that
How about
leaves
you,
off with
Laiba?
me. So I think I'm gonna say. Oh, I don't know. That's hard. Here's the thing. I can handle gore, but then there are certain scenes where I just have to look away, and it's this one specific scene in Midsummer where I'm
Oh.
like, I gotta look away.
Ugh,
Have you
God.
guys seen it?
I love
know
that
the scene you're
scene.
talking about. It's the
It's the and the
yeah.
and
Oh.
that I
Yeah.
had to look away. So I'm gonna say thriller. Because sometimes gore I couldn't like that scene in Squid Game. I'm like, oh.
This has always
just
been my
ate-
margin to see if someone can stomach gore. It's just if you can watch a scene where a sharp object is going closer to someone's eyeball and just go
No.
in, if you can stomach
can't.
something like that, then you can stomach general gore. No?
Johnny, you got a weird job
Please.
application.
See, I said gore because
you not
I
know
don't
what I
actually
study?
I don't watch any actual scary movies, so when I see gore, it's like my kind of movie
Jesus.
gore. So, like, the Suicide Squad, Kingsman.
Oh, I love Kingsman.
That, like, just camp.
Yeah.
Not
Fun.
It's very
actual stuff,
campy.
'cause
Yeah.
I can't do that. I just also can't do jump scares, so I'm just like, I consider that part of thrillers. So
See, that's why I don't like thrillers. I don't like jump scares. I think they're cheap and just no.
So then what is like Paranormal Activity? Because that's just like all jump scares. Isn't it?
Yeah, that's why I don't like them.
Oh.
I read the spoilers,
That's the next
And
sticker
jump scare
we're gonna
now.
do. It's just I read the spoilers.
honestly.
Turn that into a t-shirt. I read the spoilers. Thumbs up.
Right. All right.
If it's
All
Marvel
right.
spoilers,
Final
don't say
question.
shit. But
Oh yeah, true.
Well, here's the
Marvel
thing about
spoilers,
Eternals.
no. All right, final question is, what was your first Halloween costume? If anybody can remember that.
Oh,
far
okay. Is it
ahead.
the one we remember or the one that like is actually? Because like
Like-
there's two different
like
answers.
No,
one
I
of
have
your
the
first
picture
ones,
of
'cause
me
I-
in my first
yeah.
Halloween costume,
Okay.
Yeah,
'cause-
me too.
and I remember it.
Got it.
Me too.
I was
Tyler,
Buzz.
you want to start us
So-
off?
The furthest back I can remember is a costume. It was this, you guys know Jimmy Neutron.
Yes.
Yes.
I had the whole plastic like hair
Nice.
piece and everything,
Yes.
bro.
Love that.
Yes. Did you have the T-shirt?
Yeah, I did. It was the
Hell yeah.
greatest. I watched that movie like a billion times. too.
Ooh, that's such a good movie. Did you
I
have a
love that
Sheen and
movie.
Carl?
Yeah, no, I didn't. It was just me. Everyone, my brother dressed up as a Power Ranger, and my sister dressed up as a ninja. So I was like the most not. I didn't get the memo. So
Don't worry, it's fine.
I mean, one year
No,
I did
man,
the
you understood the
Cinderella. My
assignment.
brother was a Men in Black, so
Aw.
but that wasn't my first one. I think my first one. I think I was just like a pumpkin, but the one I remember the most and my favorite, I was like 3 or 4, was what? Here, let me grab it. I was Queen Amidala. Here.
Oh,
I got-
Nice.
This is the
That's
exact
cool.
doll I got on like Halloween to my family. But,
Damn. Okay.
right on.
But yeah, I kept that in the box for 21 years now.
That's
You said those
impressive. I
hair
would have
buns.
opened the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like for that one, I had like like the plastic
Mm-mm.
piece and whatever. My
Yeah.
grandma like bedazzled the like Halloween costume that we bought. And then my brother was Qui-Gon Jinn, and he had
Sick.
a full face plastic mask.
Yes.
Sick.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh, man.
Hilarious. I love early 2000 costumes. Sheet of plastic.
What
I-
about you, Nick? What was your first?
I
First costume.
was a pumpkin. That's like the first photo that I've ever seen of me in like a little thing. I was a fat baby, so I just looked like a pumpkin. You see my little hand sticking out. But the one that I remember in my mind, I was definitely a Power Ranger. I was the silver. I know exactly which one it was too. It was the Silver Ranger from Power Rangers Rescue. Which I grew up to find out was like American made, and I don't know if I like it more than I
Recording
do now.
stopped.
Oh no, Johnny,
Oh no, we got a Oh no,
technical
we
difficulty.
got a technical difficulty.
We're all like askewed.
Yeah,
Oh,
our recording
no.
stopped. I think Johnny was frozen for a bit.
Oh no, Johnny.
Johnny, no.
Maybe he did it on purpose, so when he comes back, he can be like, "Here's Johnny." 'cause, that'd be dope.
Perfect horror
Recording
theme.
in progress.
Okay,
Oh, I think he is.
But his Wi-Fi shut out.
Oh no.
Yeah,
We're
his
all-
Wi-Fi died out.
Hello everybody. This is welcome to the jigsaw puzzle. We're all in different positions now.
This is good now, Nick. Like you can practice your editing skills. And
Oh, this is
Did
gonna
this
be
ever happen?
absolutely fun. No.
Oh,
no, it
this has
hasn't.
never happened.
Welcome to the
wow.
live show
or did it?
where this is what happens.
Where we lose Johnny.
Where we lose
We
Johnny.
lost Johnny.
Where is Johnny? Let's
Can you
let's
join
message him.
back?
His Wi-Fi died out. Yeah, he'll be able to join back in a sec, I think.
All right.
All right, well, this is
So
where
I
we're
think
at
that
right now, guys.
continues
We're all
in-
in our different. I can't make the effort to change it because it's gonna be a mess. So, let's
We'll
do
just
it.
cross our fingers.
Let's
He
just
comes
cross our
back.
fingers. You can see portions of our faces in our frames.
Yes.
But if you're ever confused on who is who, the links are in the bio if you want to double check who is speaking. But yeah, welcome to our live show.
I mean, this is better than no, I don't think this is better than the last technical difficulty we had.
Yeah. But
Or
we'll,
when
That was
hey,
stressful.
we'll fix it in
That was
post,
really-
man. We'll fix it in
Fix it in
post.
post.
We'll fix it in post. Doesn't matter.
The best thing
We
to
sound
say,
so
huh?
professional.
We'll fix it in post, dude. I
No
spent like
worries.
3 hours editing. It's fun.
Right?
Did he say who he was? Like, did he say who he?
I don't.
No, he didn't
I
say
don't
what he
think
was
so.
for Halloween. Well,
No.
I guess he
No.
misses his
Oh,
chance.
should we guess?
Yeah, should we guess?
What was
What-
he?
Knowing Johnny
I'm-
now, what would he be? I feel like he would just be like a skeleton, you know, like
I
as a
feel like-
baby.
He was Spider-Man at least once. I feel.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go with that as
yeah,
well.
he's
At some
Spider-Man.
point. Does he like I feel like he could pull off a Batman though.
Maybe that's like
I don't know if
Maybe.
it's him, but he could.
maybe that's his villain origin story, because like he does not like Batman now. So it's
Yeah.
because he was Batman before, you know.
He was
And-
forced to be Batman as a child.
Like, you like nerdy things? Go.
Yeah, like maybe
you are Batman.
maybe he like was Batman, and he like another kid was Batman, and they had like a little scuffle, and he lost, and you just imagine like baby Johnny in the living room holding his mask, and he just
That
throws it in
reminds
the
me.
trash.
One
I
year
can't
I
do
was
this.
one year I was Hannah Montana. You know, wigs.
Oh my god,
Oh.
me too.
With
Yeah, me
my
too.
best friend at the time. And well, let's bring it out. Like, we're all the Asians here, so like one house was like, oh, which one's the better, Hannah? And my friend was like, me, of course, because I look more like her. I'm like, that's a microaggression.
Damn.
In
Oh my
fact,
God.
you are white, and that's why you
That's
said
gonna
that.
leave a scar.
And I didn't wear wigs after that until 2020
Mhm.
doing cosplay. But I have a whole head here.
Oh,
Oh.
it has evolved
Con-
into something
con-
else, guys.
Con prep. Why
Alright.
not? I mean, do we know if Johnny is gonna get his?
We'll
He'll be
pray.
back.
If anything, we got Tyler here to keep the seat warm. I
Yeah.
think we'll just move on, and then we'll include
right.
him best we can when he comes back. I'll fix it in
Oh,
post.
Things in post. We're gonna have Johnny film it separately, and then we'll.
We'll just ask the question, and then we all pause, and we'll all look to the right and wait for
We'll
him to
do it.
answer.
What
Insert
about
Johnny.
you, Johnny?
Insert Johnny clip here. That's all I needed. All right, we can go.
All right, perfect. So, our topic for this episode is our top 3 favorite movies, and I did specifically say no MCU films
Mhm.
because I do agree. Because Johnny did say this wherever he may be. He said most of our favorite movies that are going to be on our top 3 list. One of them may be Shang-Chi, and it was for me. So that's why I had a hard time choosing a third one. So. Oh yeah. So do we have any honorable mentions? So like any movies that you had a hard time leaving out of your top 3 list? Let's do one each.
You should go first.
Okay, I was gonna say Clueless.
No.
Ooh.
Mm.
Paul
Yes.
Rudd.
That's a good one.
Paul
Shoot.
Rudd. I always forget it's Paul Rudd, but
Yeah.
he's still fine.
Right.
He doesn't age.
Oh yeah.
Probably a vampire, but
I don't think I've ever
I'm okay
seen,
with that.
I don't think I've ever seen Clueless, for as iconic that it is.
It's so 90s, it's so a lot, and
Right.
I love it.
Uh-huh.
It's just a classic,
so
just like
good.
Legally Blonde.
Okay, but why
So
did you
good.
not?
Oh
yeah, why did you
Legally Blonde
not put it?
too? There's just ones I watch a bit more.
Mhm.
I value rewatchability on favorites lists a lot.
Mhm.
So didn't quite make it, but it was one of my favorites for the longest time. And still the whole aesthetic of it. It's just, I don't know, it's just great. Like, it's like got like the makeover trope. It's like based off of Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Which Shakespeare one? I forget. One of the
I have no clue.
Shakespeares. But like, it's, I don't know. I mean, it gets kind of weird because like Paul Rudd is like, hey stepbrother, but like
Yeah.
That's usually how it
movie.
goes. I think for me,
What
I
about you, Tyler?
had. Oh, sorry. Did
Oh,
Tyler
go
go?
for it. Go for it.
Okay, I think for me, it was definitely Speed Racer. Like, I
Oh.
was literally gonna put it on the list because I'm like, of course, Speed Racer. Like, why would it not be Speed Racer? Have you guys seen Speed Racer? It's a phenomenal.
I think I
film.
have.
It's a perfect movie.
Just wait,
That's a
actually,
game.
can you explain it? Because like I know this is actually a lot of people's favorite movie, and I still have not seen it,
Okay,
but
well,
they said it's really good.
Okay, not not sponsored. It's on HBO Max. Go do yourself a favor. Go watch
Right
the
on.
movie.
Who's your
But
favorite star?
I think just like visually, it's amazing. I think it understood the assignment pretty well. It didn't try to like make anything like serious, you know. Like it was fully aware that it was a movie about race
Yeah.
car driving, and that this race car driving was just completely out there.
Love it.
And like my favorite, I like paraphrase this line, but it's definitely like the same. It's the same idea. Whenever I tell anybody it, it's this. The line describes it perfectly well. The dad's like, "You think you can just jump in a T180 and change the world?" And then Speed Racer's like, "It's the only thing I know how to do," and that's the whole movie. All Speed Racer knows how to do is race a car, and that's how he changes the world.
I love that for him.
That's the whole movie. The only reason it didn't make it into my top 3 is because the 3 that I liked were just more resonating to me. Like I like that movie aesthetically and just like as a good time, but it has like no, it has like no, not like a spiritual connection, but like it doesn't define. I don't think it defines with my character to put it up there, but it's definitely like I love this movie. I tell everybody about this movie. Yeah, that's my honorable mention.
That's dope. Okay, I've talked about this movie a billion times, and I actually just talked about it today, and I'm gonna keep saying it. But I think, and then I'm gonna explain why it wasn't on like my list, but The Last Jedi is on my honorable mention.
Hey,
Yes.
It's good.
It's good. The only reason I don't quite it's honorable mention is because of the fans, just like the controversy behind it is like a lot sometimes, and then it's like I love Star Wars, but that movie was like, I mean, I think it was like with the shades and everything that like Ryan Johnson was just like, and there it is.
Honestly,
there you go.
So good. Like I love that one too, just because it kind of is like the only one that kind of pushes back. I'm like, oh, it's not just black or white.
Yeah.
There's a gray area. Not like it's not. If I mentioned gray Jedis, apparently, yeah, they don't exist, whatever. But like, there is a balance. Like, you have to have some good and some bad in you, and balance. And that's the only movie that really does that. It's just like, come on, like what?
It's like the best Adam Driver, like out of the entire series. Like that, I want that Adam Driver all the time.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Just a sidebar. Have you guys seen The Last Duel with Adam Driver?
No, I haven't yet.
Oh, I'm waiting
It's a
to
very good
see
movie.
it.
It was very good. Very violent, but very good.
Oh.
Yeah. So there you go.
I got that ready to watch that.
Oh yeah. For me, I have 3 written down here, but I'm gonna go with I took this very seriously, you guys. I'm gonna go with Into the Spider-Verse because that was my second favorite movie of the year. When did it come out? Into the Spider-Verse? I'm not sure. It was
2018. 2018.
I think, yeah.
I eliminated all Marvel from my thought process, so I didn't even think about that.
I know, that's what I was, because I was like, it's technically Marvel,
Yeah,
but it's Sony. Yeah.
And it's the best Spider-Man movie that's out.
I think it's one of the best animated movies out there ever.
So good.
Yes.
Oh, the animation style is so wacky.
Yeah.
Not like wacky as in bad, but like wacky as in
It's like
never seen anything like this.
Yeah,
It's so good.
Crazy.
I've never seen anything like that before.
When they did, what was that animated? The movie they did, the one with the robots. And
the machines, Mitchell of the Machines or something.
Mitchell versus the Machines.
Yeah,
that was also very good. Also by Sony Pictures, they're killing it with their animation team. I don't know who they got on there. I don't know what is in their water
I want
tank.
more.
But they're killing it, man. I've been so hyped for all their future animated projects. I'm like,
they just need to transfer that studio to somehow transfer it over to like.
That's what they should do, man. Like
move it.
They are making a Marvel Animated Studios under Marvel Studios. So, but Sony's got it on lock. What happened?
Is it with the monkey? I saw a trailer with a monkey that was like
Viva.
No, what are you talking about?
No clue.
What?
I don't know what you're talking about. No, it's like it's a trailer, like it's a Marvel show, and it's animated, And it's like about-
you mean Hitman Monkey?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the one. Okay, yeah.
I don't think it's Marvel. I know it was.
I
an
thought
animation.
it is.
I don't know what it is.
You say
Maybe.
Hitman Monkey, and all I think is the little monkey in IKEA in the winter coat in Toronto.
That's so cute.
It's a Canadian thing.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
saw a TikTok about like how Hellboy is like a great comic book, and it's like 3 panels, and it's like one guy's like, that monkey's got a gun, and Hellboy just looks over and is like, what? And then it's just a monkey shooting a gun. It's like the perfect story told in 3 panels, and I was like, I get it. Oh man, it's so good.
All right, so let's start us off. So what do you guys think when you hear favorite movie? When someone goes, what is your favorite movie? What, like, how do you not justify, but how do you define a favorite movie?
When I made my list, I thought about like, if I have to like the movie, obviously, and then I have to like, do I associate it with it like on a memorable level? Like, is it important to me? And then like the last one is like, oh, is this a part of who I am? You know, like if I told somebody this is my favorite movie or these are my favorite movies, it should make sense to them. Not that it matters if it makes sense to anybody, but it's like that if it lines up with how well I present myself, then these choices should not be out of like left field. Does that make sense? Yeah. So it's like one of those are like, that's my checklist for like what I think is a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's so wholesome. That was so
This-
wholesome.
I know, right?
I was just right on.
So deep.
I think like I base for this list specifically for this podcast, like I base it off of like which ones I think emotionally resonated with me the most. Like, oh, like the theater going experience, was it something that was like, whoa, crazy? And now that you say like anything in like the MCU canon, I was like, damn, like because Shang-Chi was on there and like Endgame was not Endgame, Infinity War, because I'm like thinking about like, okay, what was something like I had a moment in the theater, something that I thought about when I got home, and then kind of what you said, Nick. I'm gonna steal your answer. I'm sorry, but like something that like basically like what does it say about me too? Like something that like also reflects like what I like and like what is that? You know, like someone could probably guess if they saw me. They're like, yeah, he likes that. Although I think my list might be kind of like, oh, you like that? Like, oh. Yeah.
You know, mine is a little bit in a different direction, but still kind of the same. It's like movies that are rewatchable is really high on my list. Because like when I was doing like MCU rankings, if I watched another movie, like rewatched one of the movies before I finished like the whole rewatch, like it would go up automatically a spot in the list. So rewatchability and just like joy, like how much joy does it bring me? Like, am I having fun? Like, am I having a good time? And then there's like also the impact, like has it affected my life anyway? Like how often do I think about it? That sort of thing. Because I'm just like, it's gotta be fun. So there's like a whole bunch of movies that I could say, oh, I related to it so much, but like, do I choose it on Netflix once a year, twice a year?
Yes. That's a good one actually, because it's like, oh man,
and we've got Johnny.
Johnny is back.
For life lesson for everyone in Canada: never get TELUS.
Okay. For post-recording reasons, Johnny, who's been here the whole time, what is your definition of a favorite movie when you think about that question?
My definition of a favorite movie is just a movie I can look fondly on and in some way continuously makes me think about like the message it's trying to convey in some way.
Yeah, simple.
Wow.
I have a simple, direct one for it.
I think
I can also cause a bit of emotion. So. All right.
I'm gonna go with Victoria's answer. Just how many times I can rewatch this movie, because as a film, like when I first went into the film program that I was in, everybody asked, "What's your favorite movie?" And they would say the deepest answer. They're like the cinematography and this one, the soundtrack, and I'm like, if I like a movie, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna rewatch it a million times, and it's still gonna hit the same. Like no matter how many times I watch it, I'll still cry at the end. I'll still laugh at the same parts I'm gonna laugh at, and also just like how it connects to me and how the story, I don't know, not relates to me, but how I connect to the story and how it impacts me as a person.
Mhm.
But yeah,
It's good. We all got
I agree
very
to
different
that one.
versions of.
We're all like emotional beings. I love it. Like we're all just
we're so
my heart.
emotional.
We like what we like, and if you give us shit for it, we will clap back.
I've said this.
Exactly.
I've said this before. Like I love hopelessly romantic shit. Like it's like a feel good moment for me. And it was like 2-3 episodes we've mentioned like Free Guy. I love the ending of Free Guy.
Oh yeah.
I love Free
I
Guy.
do
Free Guy.
too.
Cried
I
like a baby.
cried.
Spoiler warning for anyone who hasn't seen
I'm back
it.
in Canada. I can
Oh, she can
rewatch
You
it
can watch
now.
Free
Watch
Guy.
it.
Me and you,
Yeah.
Tyler, we're all
We
just
got
we
Free
gotta
Guy
wait
on
till.
Disney Plus.
Well, let's just talk
Apparently,
about
it's
Free
gonna
Guy
be
forever.
on
Yeah,
Netflix or Hulu for you guys. I think it was.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll find it when it comes up. I'll watch it. But like I love that ending because like they're at the stoplight and they're waiting to like to meet.
Yeah.
And we don't get that moment. We don't get to see them.
Oh, you're talking about
kiss.
that ending.
That ending, dude. I love that ending because we don't get to see.
See here,
it.
I'm talking about the Buddy and Guy ending.
Oh yeah, that's that.
The
That is
best
great.
friends just hugging.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the shit I like.
But yeah, my fiance is like, oh, we didn't even get to see them kiss, and I was like, we don't have to because it's not for us. It's not for us. It's for them.
It's like,
And she's like, shut the hell up. And I was like, okay.
Oh, the whole time I was watching that movie, I was like, I would turn to my girlfriend and be like, "This movie has no right to be this good."
Yeah, it doesn't. It really doesn't.
It really doesn't.
I really did lower my expectations for this movie when I first saw the trailer because I'm like, oh, it's gonna be like a typical. It's gonna be like Adam Sandler's Pixels. Do you remember?
Oh,
do you guys
God.
remember that
Oh
movie?
yeah, you know
Oh,
what?
I
thought
Yeah,
it was
that's a
gonna be
That's
valid.
a
like
disservice to
in
compare it to that
Toronto.
movie.
I totally
Right?
I was in Toronto.
I totally deleted
yeah.
that entire movie from my head.
Just from your brain.
Yeah, just from
Actually,
my
I
Never
head.
wandered
happened.
onto that film set while they were filming it. I was shopping for my first year university supplies at Staples, and then they were filming, and it's like they made it all look like Washington D.C. down that street, and they're like, "Get inside the building, we're filming now." And we're like, "Oh, okay."
Oh.
And no, Nick, Staples is not a cult.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's cold. We have Staples here. All right.
Oh, you guys do?
Yeah.
Okay, just I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure it was a Canadian thing.
No,
I was gonna say,
we have
like,
Staples
let me
here.
translate. Office Depot.
We also
Yeah,
have
there you go. Office
in
Depot.
LA. We have the Staples Center. Well, it's not the Staples
Okay.
Center anymore, actually.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah, it's called the Nokia.
Right.
It's called the Nokia Center now.
The Nokia Center.
Yeah.
No,
it's in
Kia.
Is
isn't
it bulletproof?
isn't it? I don't
Yeah,
know.
right.
It's not the Staples Center anymore. Okay, I know that. It's something
Okay.
else. Yeah, whatever. It's not important. Let's
It's
move
gonna be
on.
around for a very long time.
Yeah.
The Nokia Stadium.
All right. So now we're gonna start. We're gonna start it off. We're gonna start with our third point on our list. So our third favorite movie on our list, and we're gonna have Nick is excited.
Oh God. The answer's Pacific Rim, isn't it?
We're
Calm down.
gonna have Tyler go first as our special guest. Go ahead. What is your
Nick
third
looks so
favorite?
defeated.
He's like,
He's like, I'm ready. Let me say it. No,
Put
okay.
me in, coach. Put me in.
Put me in, coach.
So my third. Okay, I just want to say before, like when I made my list, I was ready to go, and then you were like, "Yeah, we got to think about the order in which we." I'm like, "Oh no, the order! I don't know my order."
Yeah.
So my third pick is 1978, 79's Alien.
Ah.
ooh.
okay.
I guess because I know you don't like watch a whole lot of horror movies, but
So
like, have
Alien
you
or
just-
Aliens? Is it the one on the ship for one? Is there a single alien or is there multiple?
The first one, although I do
Okay,
love
there we
the
go.
sequel. I do like the
Okay.
sequel for other reasons, but the first one because
fair.
it was like that's like the horror. That's like the essence of everything that I love about horror. Like it's thriller. It's like the final. Everyone's like, oh yeah, Halloween. Jamie Lee Curtis is my final girl. I'm like, bro, Sigourney Weaver is
Yeah,
final
All
girl,
the way.
like all the time, even in
All
the
the way.
sequel. Like, I love that movie. Like, so
Ripley,
good.
just Ripley.
Yes, Ripley. I also like the chest burster scene. Nick might not like this because it's gory, but
Mm,
it's beautiful.
That was practical effects, right?
Yeah, and they
Yes,
didn't
they
tell.
had an actual alien burst out of someone.
Yeah.
I
Hired him.
I mean, this
No,
would be
it was
like
all
the-
practical effects.
They didn't tell anybody on that set what was gonna
Yeah.
happen. They didn't know what was gonna happen, and when it happened, that's like everyone's real reaction in the room. Like,
Mhm.
what is
I
this
would have been
effect?
terrified.
Yeah.
Scarred.
The amount of fun John Hurt must have had.
I think it's like the funnest part about seeing like old films just like aging. It's like it's still good. Like this
Oh
still
yeah, it
holds
still
up.
looks amazing.
Yeah, and
Hands
it's-
down.
Mhm.
I keep thinking like I remember back in high school, I was like, I don't want to watch old movies, but I love a lot of old movies because they still
You
hold
said
up.
that in the first
You with
episode.
Star Wars?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like Star Wars is one of those, but like just like old cult like a lot of John Hughes films, like still hold up oddly enough. I still look to them a lot for inspiration, but like they're I don't know, they're just like timeless movies.
Do you like Mel Brooks at all? Like
No.
like Spaceballs? You don't love Spaceballs?
No, I don't know.
I've never
I have
seen
I have a
Spaceballs.
weird relationship with like parody things. It's weird. Like I like superhero movie, like
Yeah.
the movie superhero movie.
Vampire Sucks is really good.
Does
I haven't seen that one in a long
I've
time.
not
does
seen
Abraham
that.
Lincoln Vampire Slayer count as a parody movie? Because that's a good
Sure.
movie.
Probably.
It's a good movie.
It's funny.
it's a good movie.
It's funny. It's
was
like
it?
Hansel and Gretel witch hunters.
That one, I don't know about that
Oh
one.
my
That that's not
God.
the
That
same.
name was absurd enough that I enjoyed it.
Yes, I feel the same exact way.
That reminds me, I should watch Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
That was actually really good.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
so much.
it's pretty good actually. Yeah.
It's so good.
All right.
So when did you first watch Alien? Like, did you watch it as a kid or?
Oh yeah, that's a really good question. What's funny is like the first time I saw it was my dad. I was 7 years old and my dad's like, "Hey, there's this really dope movie I got at Blockbuster. Here you go." And I was like, "Okay, cool." That was the most terrible. Like I couldn't go to sleep. I cried. I know I
Yeah.
cried. And like looking at it now, there's this one scene where the alien like, but it's just a guy in a costume now. And like before, I
Yeah.
was like, that was the most terrifying thing.
That
I
was
ever
a
seen in my
good
life.
jump scare.
It was.
I
But
mean,
yeah.
you pause it, it's literally just the alien going, jazz hands.
He's like, it's great. Yeah.
All
never
right,
go.
so I'm gonna have Nick go now because since he was very, very excited.
Yeah, I was
Just
very
foaming
excited.
out the
'Cause,
mouth.
like,
He literally was
I-
shaking.
okay, I did spend more than 5 minutes thinking about this list. I was like,
Did
thinking
you?
about it. Yeah, I mean, like, it was like probably spent like 20 minutes a day for the past like week thinking about it, and I was like, oh, this should move here, that should move there. My number 3 is Back to the Future, like the first Back to the
Mm.
Future, and the reason it's like number 3 for me is because I could feel sad, I could feel happy, I could be cleaning my house and doing chores, I could do anything, and I could like listen and watch that movie in the background and still love it every time. That movie gets away with so many things. I don't know how it does. It's just
does.
got like so much
Mother and child.
it's got so much magic and charm to it that's just like even if like they remade it, I don't know if they can recapture what that movie was.
No,
you
that
know?
movie
I
should
mean,
never
they
be remade.
did remake it.
Did
Rick and
they?
Morty.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I
like-
was gonna say, can we blame
Rick
the
and
Loki
Morty.
series on that movie?
Oh man, yeah.
Because I feel like we
honestly,
can.
yeah, Rick and Morty's
Probably, yeah.
amazing.
Well, Rick and
Yeah,
Morty.
Back
Rick
to the
and-
Future, Rick and Morty, and then you have Microwave Walnut, and then he wrote the Loki series.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that they did like this live action version of Rick and Morty, and they got the
They
actor
did?
who
Yeah.
plays Doc
Mhm.
Brown as Rick?
Yup.
It's great.
Because
Yeah.
That was so cool.
Rick and Morty is a parody. Was originally a parody of Back. To
It was
the Future.
originally Doc and Marty.
Yeah.
Yeah, talking about
Which this is like my biggest point for that movie is like you just for some reason you just accept the relationship between Doc Brown and Marty McFly.
Yeah.
And like not
Their
even think
chemistry's
about
just
it.
that good.
And you're just like, oh yeah, just some old 80-year-old man hanging out with like a teenager in high school, and that's completely cool.
Oh yeah,
They're in
there's a lot of
exactly.
See,
See, you have that moment where you're like, why did we just think that's cool? We just do. Like that's how the movie goes. It's just like, oh yeah, this is a relationship. We're not gonna explain it any further. This is just what it is.
It's
And-
the opening theme. It's the opening theme of the whole movie.
Yeah,
The-
yeah,
Fun fact: I have met Christopher Lloyd. Wonderful human being.
yeah. He's real nice.
Ooh.
That is.
Thank you,
my
Vancouver
number-
Fan Expo.
That is my number 3 pick.
That's
right now.
dope.
Starting
Ooh.
off strong
Okay.
with
Okay, okay.
Back to the Future.
Who was your favorite character in it? I was literally gonna say, is Rick your favorite character?
No. Obviously, it's like
I was thinking about Rick and Morty.
I mean, Marty McFly is just like, it's so interesting because like Marty is like a character that learns absolutely nothing. He learns absolutely nothing through his whole journey, and it's just like him just being Marty. Like he doesn't learn. The only thing he learns is like a moment that like, okay, if I do this, then it'll mess my whole life up. But he's still like this. He's like this little punk who gets upset when people call him chicken. His whole goal is just to get back to where he's from. But he's still very likable. Usually in those situations, like I don't feel like the character is very likable, but he's just super charming. Tyler looks like he's gonna kill me because he's
like blown my mind. So I'm like, why did I just accept everything in this movie?
Yeah,
like
everything.
This is why we have these discussions.
It was more like a film, like a character versus a force of nature, because like you know, it's like him, not really him versus anyone in particular. It's like he's in the situation. He doesn't particularly have to learn anything. He doesn't have to grow as a character. He just has to solve his problem, and you're just there for a good time. Like you don't really care about anything else, and it's a magical movie. Okay, like it's a magical movie. When you think about it too much, you end up like just falling in love with it like more and more. The only reason it's not number 2 or 3 is because I like the other two on my list just are like they're spiritual to me. Like it's
I'm
like
nervous.
The next level. Okay,
Like we'll find out.
Next
We'll find
level
out.
for me.
We'll find out.
Okay, that's my number. That's my number 3.
All right. What about you, Victoria?
So I'll preface this with growing up when I saw Lilo and Stitch. Lilo, it's not Lilo and Stitch, but Lilo was one of the first characters on screen that I kind of recognized as me in space in Hawaii. But that being said, it's Moana.
Oh,
okay.
So
Pulling the
good.
flip on us. Okay.
Yeah, so like because of that, I have like so much love for everything in Hawaii and like the Polynesian cultures and everything. I love it so much. And then they had Moana come out, and just the music and the animation and the story is just like her being confident and growing with herself. I cry like every single time with like dead grandma scene. And it's just, I don't know. It's especially too, like I grew up watching like all the princess movies. Like Little Mermaid was my favorite for the longest time, but Moana, like I watch it so often. I'll just listen to the music. It brings me so much joy, but it's just also it's like a culture that I love and appreciate.
Yeah.
And she kind of looks like me.
Right.
It's just about her growing, and I'm like, you can't miss. And also, is it what's his face from Flight of the Conchords is Tamatoa, like Jerome or whatever. He's Tamatoa.
Oh, yeah,
I also like I listened to like I listened to a lot of musical comedy and stuff growing up, but like I was just like, I know that kind of listen voice.
Fair.
And I'm like, it's just so good. I don't know.
You know what's crazy about that? 'Cause I'm from Hawaii, right? And like the girl who plays Moana, I'm gonna fuck this up.
Don't worry, we'll edit it out of post. Don't worry.
Okay. Carvalho. She's from Mililani High School. So like when we went to go watch that movie, we were like, Mililani was packing, dude. Everyone was there. Like they were supporting and everything. It was crazy.
Nice.
Like that movie is dope.
Like,
I love that community, right?
In the casting too, like they actually had someone from there to play the
for
lead,
real.
and like I don't know why, like Dwayne the Rock Johnson always gets like grouped in with all like the other like white action stars, but he's not.
Yeah.
He's not.
Like, he's very much is a good fit for that role too. And it's just like it was so nice to see. It's like because it's like one of their like Disney's very much like they put a lot of effort into trying to not cultural appropriate.
Yeah.
As opposed to like the 90s, early 2000s.
Aladdin, what?
And
Aladdin, excuse me.
God.
So was Moana your favorite character, or was it Maui, or was it the grandmother?
Was it the rooster?
Hey.
Oh, I have a I Disney bound it as Moana, and I made a little hat that
Aw.
and it's amazing. No, I mean Moana is my favorite because like she's the one who goes on the journey, but what the heart of Tafiti,
Yeah.
he's just like if you're be kind to nature and like you don't take too much in what's not yours, it's just like this beautiful story, and like I love how she's like Mother Nature, and it's just beautiful. I don't know.
Yeah.
So they're my favorites because even though she was a lava monster, she's actually just like Earth.
Which I thought was like
She's
really,
Earth.
that's really beautiful that like she's like both the the monster and like the goddess at the same
The
time.
life.
Mhm.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
it's just as dangerous as she is beautiful, and it's like, well, duh, that makes sense. Like that's what nature is.
But
It'll
yeah, like
fuck
no,
you up.
it's just like this is my definitely emotional choice in my thing, but like
Fair,
it's
fair.
so good. It's
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
My favorite scene was when she was walking to, what do you call it, that lava monster, and like the waves
Oh yeah,
parted,
yeah,
and she
yeah.
was like
Yes.
walking. I started crying. I was like, it's so beautiful.
The water effects in that are insane. They
Oh,
they were
it's
really
so
flexing their
pretty.
muscles with that. They're like,
Mhm.
look what we
Right?
can do.
Dude, Disney and their water every time, like Toy
Yeah.
Story 4 did that. I was like, oh, you're just flexing on the water,
It's
bro.
water. We get it, all right?
Look at our water.
You're like 30
What about
servers
you,
just to
Johnny?
render like 2 frames. We get it.
Oh, and they were
Every
also
single-
flexing too, like we could do curly hair now.
Oh yeah,
oh,
yeah,
yeah, they're like,
yeah,
look at
yeah.
this.
Look at that. Look at
It's
it.
we got the classic curl going on.
Oh man.
What about you, Johnny? What is third on your list?
Third on my list, this was hard for me because it kept switching in and out with another film. Since I didn't mention my honorable mentions, the one that I kept switching in and out with was Kingsman. Originally, it was
Oh,
going to be
man, that's a
Kingsman
good
Secret
one.
Service.
Yeah.
That's
Fucking love
good.
Kingsman.
So good.
Also, as another honorable mention, Spider-Verse and Beetlejuice. That's all.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the actual number 3 on my list is Black Klansman.
Oh, damn driver.
Ooh.
Klansman.
You don't watch
Film.
Black
Have
Klansman?
you ever seen it, Tyler?
I didn't. Okay, not because I was bored or anything. I didn't finish it because I watched it
Fair.
super late. So I have
fair,
not,
fair.
I have it. Is it
You,
good?
you gotta finish it. The movie gets so tense in my
Yeah.
opinion, and I just love how tense it is, and just the way the movie ends, it makes you uncomfortable
Oh,
to say
man.
the least.
That's
And
a good
I
show.
love,
I saw
like I
the
said,
ending.
Yeah.
have you?
No, don't spoil it.
I think
'cause-
so, because I think I watched it.
So the film
but I
just
don't remember,
ends
but
with a
yeah.
montage of clips and shit with
Yes.
stuff that's been happening in America for the past few years.
Oh yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Charlottesville, all that. Yeah.
True.
So any movie that just makes me uncomfortable or super suspenseful or just like having any time you see any Klansman members just saying certain words, I'm just like, my skin's crawling. I don't like the way they're saying that. Like I don't like this right now, which is like the point of the film. And I just think, you
Mhm.
know,
Yeah.
if you can do that for your audience, you did a damn good job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good movie. Yeah.
Like Lee, baby.
Spike Lee.
Didn't he win? Like best? It wasn't. Did he win any Oscars for that?
I
feel like
don't
he
know
did.
if it won any awards.
Nominated.
Nominated for sure.
For sure.
I think it was
Yeah,
nominated
okay,
at
for
least,
sure.
yeah. Like it's so good that it made me buy the book as well.
That was a book.
Oh.
It's based off of the actual, because like it's a
Oh,
true story, right?
The it's like a
Mhm.
memoir.
So the cop who was involved with the case, he actually wrote the memoir of a book called Black Klansman, and then yeah, I bought it. It's damn good.
Dang, that's cool.
It also has pictures, so
Nice.
it's nice for the eyes. Yeah.
Who was your favorite? I don't remember a lot of the characters in the movie, but who was did you have a favorite character in a movie that made
Can you
feel
even
really
have a
uneasy?
favorite character?
Can you have a favorite character? in a
Yes,
movie
all
that
the
makes you
racists.
feel
Whoa.
Whoa.
No. It was Adam Driver's character, just because first off, Adam Driver, that wall of a man. Please
White
stomp
boy.
on me.
Just white boy.
You
White
wish
guy.
man in the movie, thank you. And just yeah,
White boy.
just Adam Driver's character. I don't know why. Just the circumstances he was in, he's so well acted.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Adam Driver is a good answer to why you like something. Like the Last Jedi.
Just like
also.
why?
The sequel trilogy. Why do you like them? Adam Driver.
Why
That
do you
is
like
all.
soup? Adam Driver.
Driver. Good soup.
Why do you like nachos, Adam Driver?
I think Laiba, you have your last number 3, right?
I do. My list is really underwhelming because
What?
I definitely did have a hard time making my list, even though it was grilling everybody to make their list.
Welcome to the club.
I was like,
At
"You
least she
better do
did her homework, Nick.
But for me, my third one is Crazy Rich Asians.
Yes.
Hey, it's a good movie.
Yeah, good
Love that
movie.
I love that movie. I was actually switching Crazy Rich Asians with Little Women. I don't know why, but I decided to
Little
go with
Women is
Crazy Rich.
also good.
It's so good.
Still need to see.
So
Little Woman.
good. But I was like, you know what? Let me add some representation into my list. So yeah, I really love Crazy Rich Asians. I wish I saw it in the theaters, but I didn't. I watched it with my mom, and she
Okay.
was like, I relate to this movie because I'm mixed,
Mhm.
and she kind of related to Rachel's character on how like the mother-in-law wasn't accepting of like the girlfriend and stuff like that, and then
Constance
Astrid.
Wu's also she's a win.
Constance Wu.
Amazing.
My mom
actress.
like does not like her.
Did she not like Fresh Off the Boat?
I want to show to her. I want to show her Fresh
Sure.
Off the Boat both. But my favorite character is Astrid because holy crap.
Gemma Chan.
Oh my gosh, her
She's a
entrance.
powerhouse.
Oh, she's so good. But yeah, I love that movie because I can watch it multiple times because it just that one scene where she like confronts Michelle Yeoh's character when they were playing like mahjong. I was like, oh, what a bad bitch. I was like,
that movie makes me uncomfortable. Like just like watching
I know
my
it does.
entire life just like play out. And I was like, this is weird, man.
Yep,
This
I
is,
felt
like,
that one.
so weird.
Yeah, me too.
The speech that Rachel's mom has for her, like, you look like us, you might kind of speak our language and all that, but like they will never acknowledge you as part of us. That sent me flying.
I was like, man,
right?
Yeah.
I did not come here to be attacked today.
Yeah.
I came here to watch like a
came here to watch a
romantic
movie.
comedy. I didn't come here to get a sword in my heart.
Funny, man.
Like, oh my god.
What do you mean this isn't classic Asian stereotypes on the movie film? Like, what are you talking about? I came here for the ha-has. I didn't come here for real life. What do you? Why?
I came here for the broken English.
I came here for the broken
You
English.
said haha like it's in laugh. I was just like haha flakes.
Oh,
Eat some of
no.
those. I haven't had those in a long time. I want some.
Skyflakes and condensed milk. it's the move.
Ooh.
Now I want shaved ice.
Yeah.
You
Anyways.
cry at the end? Oh, no, I don't know if it's the end. There's a cover that plays during the wedding scene.
The wedding
It's all like-
scene?
I was like,
yeah.
oh,
Every
wow.
time. I didn't expect to cry because I'm like,
Right.
oh, it's a wedding scene, people getting married, but I don't know if it was the wedding itself, or I don't know if it was
the
Henry Golding's
acting.
character it was like looking at her, and I was just like, oh god.
Yeah, it's like the way it's shot, right? You're just like,
It's
what is
so
this?
beautiful.
Like-
It's so
Fun
beautiful.
fact, Simu actually auditioned for Henry's role.
Interesting.
Ooh.
The reason why he couldn't get the role is because he couldn't do a proper British accent.
Wow.
Simu. Aw.
Hopefully he's in the sequel.
He can speak the language, but he can't do the
Maybe.
British accent. He can't be in this movie.
He's too much of a Canadian boy.
Hell yeah.
Right?
All
You
right.
can't do
Wait, there's a
British
sequel?
accents.
No.
Yeah,
no,
they
no.
announced a sequel.
Oh,
Did
it's
they?
coming.
I thought they canceled it.
I don't know.
Is it
We'll figure it
crazier,
out.
richer,
Asian.
Asians?
I think
Asian
it's
or-
something. I think it's based off the second book, which is like Rich China Girlfriend, I think. I don't know.
Interesting.
But
Okay.
yeah.
I always
'Cause
forgot that
I
was
wanna
like a
see
book
more.
series first.
Yeah. I want
I
to
should
see
honestly
more of,
read
like,
it.
Astrid's character because they make her so badass in the book, like Astrid.
Did you
Give her
did
a
you
She's
read
give
it?
her
right
her
now.
own spin-off.
Did you read it?
The relationship between her and Henry Golding's character in the book is so good because they make it so much deeper.
Right.
And they
Okay.
have more like conversations with each other, and there's like a scene where she's telling Henry Golding's character to like, she's like, oh, I don't think you should bring Rachel back home because you know how our family is, and you know how I'm still having a hard time with like my husband and how he's being treated by our family.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was that is my rant over.
I hear the book is much sadder.
Oh, is it? I'm not even done yet. I haven't had
Okay,
time.
no.
I won't
So,
say it then.
I always find it crazy when like movies are based off books, and I don't know that because I remember it would always be we'd always stand on the stigma like the book's better, right? And
Yeah.
I remember watching Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. And I was like, I love that movie. And then I read the book, and it's like nothing like the book. It's a completely different story. And they're both.
Wait till you get to my number one.
Oh man, they're both really good. Like the
I have
book
an
and
idea
the
what
movie.
that could be now.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. Number threes.
There we go.
Number threes.
Now let us continue on with our second pick of our list. Who wants to go first? Who's excited for their second pick?
You know what? I'll go it because I feel like it's
Go
going
for
to
it.
be a completely different direction than everyone else.
Okay.
I absolutely devour the shit out of rom-coms. So I've seen a lot of them.
Okay.
My number one that's always up there. Like I think I even bought it on like Google Movies or something because I couldn't find it on any streaming service is 27 Dresses.
Oh.
I forget who.
Ooh.
There's
I don't
James
think I've ever
Marsden.
seen it.
I forget who's the actress, but there's also James Marsden, and there's a whole bunch of people in it. But the concept is she's always the bridesmaid. She's been a bridesmaid 27 times.
Oh my god.
For her friends. And then she's like in love with her boss, but then her sister starts dating her boss, but like it's pretending like she's a vegan and likes hiking when she's more of like a proper, like very feminine, like doesn't like hiking, like eats burgers and ribs and everything. So like she kind of like changed her personality, and I mean it all explodes, and like it's the fact that like the main character Jane kind of is like exposes her sister for lying, and then they break up and they try to kiss, and she realizes she's in love and starts dating this the wedding column writer. So that's James Marsden's character, and they get it together in the end. It's a rom-com.
Love James Marsden.
But the best scene is they're like the car goes into a ditch and they're at a bar overnight.
I
And they
love
start
that scene.
they get so drunk and they sing Benny and the Jets.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know why. It's great all the way through. There's, I mean, obviously a little bit of family drama, you know, like the sisters have a dead mom. So like you got a little dead parent action, but I don't know. It's so good. Like seeing some of the scenes with like her trying on all 27 bridesmaids dresses. It's ridiculous in the best way, but like that Benny and the Jets, like the music, it's just, I don't know.
She loves
I can watch it a lot, and
Yeah.
I do watch it a lot, and
Yeah.
everyone is just so hot in it too. So I'm like, cool.
Fair.
James,
Always a valid
I mean,
reason.
James
It's a
Marsden.
rom-com. You have to.
I can't-
Okay, so I was looking at I was like, oh, like who are the actors in this again? Because I can't remember people's names for shit. I was just like, wait, James Marsden hasn't been in the MCU yet.
He's too
What?
busy running around with
Basically, yes
Sonic
and
the
no.
Hedgehog. He's running around with Sonic the
I
Hedgehog.
mean, after Loki,
Right.
he can be.
I guess.
I mean,
could.
yeah, he can. Back as
Mm.
Cyclops.
If James Marsden shows up in the MCU, Sonic the Hedgehog is canon of the MCU.
Not Cyclops,
We
it's
need
fucking
more-
Sonic the Hedgehog.
We need more speedsters in the MCU. Sonic
my
the
God.
Hedgehog needs to take that.
We're
slot.
we're
love
already
that.
getting Makari.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
True.
But
True.
Like what is what's your favorite scene from that movie?
other than the Betty and the Jets drinking and singing in this dingy little bar, the final scene where he's writing his last column for
Oh,
the
man.
newspapers, he's switching departments and stuff. She realized like, oh shit, I'm falling in love with this guy. And she's like goes to his workplace, figure out which wedding he's going to be at. He runs, people recognize her because he wrote an article about her, be like, oh, she's that girl who's always a bridesmaid. But the wedding's on a boat.
No.
And she's running off the dock and is just pulling the dock things so like the ramp away from the dock, and she runs and she drums and she just sends it. And she like falls down, everyone like gets up and like they pick her up and they're like, oh, and they're like they help them get together, and she does a whole little speech, but just like them running from a boat. It's just iconic. It's just like that's, I don't know. It was really romantic. in kind of a very funny sort of
Yeah.
way, and it's all around weddings, but
Mhm.
just good all
It's
around
good.
flick.
Yeah. Good pick.
No, that's a really good pick.
Mhm.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
Yeah.
I have to watch
Yeah.
it too. I have not seen
Yeah.
it.
I mean, there's definitely
Next
something.
homework, you guys.
My
All
fiance.
right, fine. After
After
Twilight.
Tony's own
After
dresses.
Twilight.
Actually,
After
that's what we should do.
Twilight.
All the movies
Yeah,
that are
after
on
Twilight.
here, all the movies that are on here that none of us have seen, we should definitely just watch them. And then,
Shit, I should have
Mhm.
chosen horror movies then.
oh no, see, no.
All
I would have just read.
Luckily, Tyler chose Alien.
I would have read the spoilers on that.
Oh my God.
I read the spoilers.
I read the spoilers on that.
That counts.
All right.
Alright.
What about you, Nick?
Okay,
You're
so yeah,
shopping block.
this one is a surprise. This one is not a surprise, but also a big surprise. My number 2 is Pacific Rim.
Okay, there we go.
Because yeah, obviously, I talk about
You
it.
knew that was
constantly.
going to be on your list.
Yeah, well, obviously, it's like I argue all the time. That it's like a nearly perfect movie in my eyes. Every plot that's delivered has a resolution. The visual effects are amazing. The director Guillermo del Toro is a phenomenal director. Everything about that movie just like screams like detail oriented. Like you just know that it was like taken care of. It was like it was an idea that was like. I felt like nobody believed it, but like Guillermo del Toro believed it, and that was enough. And I just feel that a lot when you see like a lot of the behind the scenes of him talking about it. Like the love and admiration he has for like Japanese monsters and like giant robot fighting is like how I feel constantly. And I definitely feel that in the movie. Like when I first went to go see this movie, I was like, it's just a ripoff of Power Rangers. Why would I go see this movie? And then I saw it and I was like, I
Because
think
you love Power Rangers.
exactly, yeah. And I remember like when we were waiting in line, me and my friends were talking about it. It's like, yeah, each robot's like after a different country, and you definitely see like all of these different groups of people like pilot a different kind of robot. It was really cool, and I just thought it just you can watch it mindlessly and enjoy it, and you can watch it thoughtfully and still enjoy it. And the amount of dynamic that movie brings for me is something I will show my kids, I will show my neighbors, I will show my best friends.
Have you shown your parents?
Yeah, no. They're very weird when it comes to movies that I want. My mom will fall asleep on anything, and then my dad,
Same.
yeah. So,
I am curious though. Do you have a favorite Jaeger or even kaiju?
my favorite kaiju is it's the gorilla one, or like the big one, the one with the EMP on his back.
Yeah.
I think that one was a really cool one. And then my favorite is Gypsy Danger. Gypsy Danger. I at first I didn't like it because I was like, it looks so bulky, it looks so American, and it looks like a World War II bomber. And I think that's the point. It's supposed to look like that. And the more like you go through the movie, you're like, God, that thing's a badass. That thing is cool, and it's like really iconic. So when I think about my favorite Jaeger, it's that one. Like obviously the Australian one. I think
Striker Eureka.
Yeah, Striker Eureka.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
That one's supposed to be like the most recent model, so it's like supposed to be faster and stronger. But like there's just a charm to like Gypsy Danger and how it moves, and it's so much slower. And it's like, oh, she's special because she's nuclear. She's not based on electricity.
I do love the Russian design though, where like the pilots is like in the stomach, and then like head is just a freaking nuclear reactor.
Yeah, it's a giant bucket that they just have.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite. That's my favorite movie. The only reason it's not number 1 is because number 1 is like, it's my soul. Like I can't deny it.
Well, now I'm curious.
Yeah.
What about it doesn't make it a perfect movie for you though? No, I'm curious about that.
Everything it delivers, every like question it asks, it answers. Every character has a purpose, and every detail was there like intentionally. I felt like there were no mistakes when like finally compositing this film. If there were, like they were just outshined by everything else in the movie. And it's just like on this level of like seriousness, but also just like ridiculousness that like it lives in. Like obviously, like there's the military guy, Stacker, who's like, today we're gonna.
Is that Idris Elba's character?
Idris Elba's character, yeah. He's like, today we're gonna end the apocalypse, and I was like, you're getting in a giant robot to kill a giant monster. What are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. Like that's like. you know, at the beginning of the movie, they explain how the kaiju come in, and they're like, yeah, the only way we can definitely beat these things is if we make a giant robot. And I'm like, who thinks that? But I was like, I don't care, man. I'm here for a good time. We already accepted it, and if you accept that, you're like, okay, the rest of the movie's great, fantastic. And like the cast is just amazing. Mako does a really great job. She's probably like my favorite character because she's the one that has the least amount of screen time but does the most amount with her time on screen. Does that make sense?
Yep.
She's the most memorable one to me. And then Riley is just like, he's just the white boy, like in the middle, like with everything going on, and he doesn't really like make any choices. Like he makes choices, but he's like, everyone else is kind of doing something important, and I'm just like, I'm just a catalyst to carry the oh my god, the audience through this movie. Yeah, he has some cool lines. He's like, I can't get inside. No one else is a good enough pilot. Blah 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 blah. You're making a mistake. You know, just a classic white people stuff. And then the rest of the movie is carried by the rest of the cast, which is absolutely amazing. So that's my number.
What about that sequel though? Did you like the sequel?
We're not gonna. Tyler, you knew this was like not the question to ask me, man.
You just triggered Nick. I just saw his
You
face.
absolutely
For the record, Nick,
knew,
that
man.
I was just waiting.
I
I was
do
like,
enjoy to an extent.
Bro, I was trying to have a good time here. Why would you bring that up?
So you don't like Gypsy Avenger?
I'm gonna leave this short. Guillermo del
He
Toro.
says no comment.
I'm gonna leave this short. Guillermo del Toro did not direct the second movie, and it shows. Okay,
So it's not canon?
Very much. Unfortunately, it is. We're not gonna talk about it anymore. That's my number 2. Go on.
All right, Tyler, what is your number 2 on your list?
So it's interesting because you guys all like mentioned it, but I'm gonna like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
That's a good one.
Okay, yeah.
It's a good
Like,
one.
oh, like it's gotta be
Approved.
like.
So good.
I just remember like I cried in the theater, but not just because it was Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man is
me
dope.
too. I cried too. Don't worry.
Yeah, I was like,
Me too.
this is real. Like this is a thing on the screen. I'm watching it. It's dope. Like the attention to detail and like the animation, like just the little things of like, oh, like, you know, in the beginning, his animations like more, I think they skip frames or whatever, like just the tiny things. I was like, the care that went into that movie, the fact that it was a Miles Morales movie, like they didn't just go with the normal Spider-Man. I don't know. It just, that movie also introduces like, okay, cool, like the Spider-Verse, we're gonna get this cool like multiverse thing, because like right now with the MCU, it's like it's just this huge like I don't know what's going on, like it's just so much to keep track of. But like this movie introduced like they could do it, they might be able to do it, and like
in a much more refined way. That isn't all
Yeah.
over the goddamn place.
Also, the soundtrack.
Oh,
The
Oh
fuck.
my
soundtrack.
god.
I do own the CD for a reason.
Good
Ooh,
soup.
Hell yeah.
I want to get the CD.
like Sunflower, like at first I was like, this song is lame, and then I'll go home and listen to it by myself. I'll be like, I love this song so much.
Personally, love
I
Elevate.
mean, I have a sunflower tattoo, so I'm just
Aw.
like, it's my song.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite Spider-Man in that movie? Is it Spider-Man Noir? Is it Spider-Gwen? Is it Miles? Or is it
Peter B.
Parker?
Yeah, I like Noir Spider-Man only because like it's Nick Cage, and like
Yeah.
I like Nick Cage for certain reasons. Not like I like it more like ironically. Like,
Me with Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
No, I think Miles, like they handled that character so well, because I low-key can't see, unfortunately, it's hard for me to picture a live action Miles Morales still, like because they had hit it so well. Like I don't know, it was just
yeah.
it was like a
Mhm.
well-developed character, and like the movie's like less than 2 hours too, right? It's like
Yeah.
I think it is.
It's paced really well though.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a
I've
lot
said
of
it
options.
before. I'm just like, I don't trust the MCU with Miles yet.
Yeah.
It's so scary.
After we have Spider-Verse, like, why do we need a live action right now? Because they nailed it out of the park, and like
Yeah.
animated movies are so fucking good.
Underrated. They're so underrated. Yeah.
They are like they're same level, like some more quality than like so many
I did
more
make-
live action movies.
I did make that like video about like how I think they should include animated movies in like Best Picture of the Year. Like if it
Oh, yeah.
reaches
Yeah,
that standard.
they should.
100%.
Because it used to be before they added the category. But now I think back at it, I'm like, why not though? Like why can't it be like why can't it win Best Picture of the Year? Because
Yeah,
it's not
I didn't
necess-
even realize that wasn't a restriction.
Yeah. So it's
That's
a little weird.
lame.
Yeah.
Also, best end credit scene in any superhero film ever.
So
saying.
good.
Yeah.
Oh god, freaking Oscar
about
Isaac
you?
is in that.
Oh my
Oscar
gosh. I have such a crush on him.
We
Man,
know.
I'm about to watch Dune.
He's
bro. Like,
mine,
let's go.
Nick.
Oh, me too.
Don't even think about it.
Oh, I
Man, I
really
gotta
want
go
my
watch
tickets for
that.
Dune.
Tyler, we gotta go see a movie together at some point. We gotta go find a
Hey,
movie.
you're
to
in
watch.
We're in
LA.
LA, bro. Like,
Yeah,
God damn
dude,
it.
let's do this.
They're both in LA and we're in
Uh,
Canada.
LA, let's go.
Anyway, so Johnny, what's your number 2 surprises?
So my number 2 is a bit unorthodox, and I doubt anyone's seen it, but we'll find out. It's called Chef by
No,
John
I know.
Favreau.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
good.
I love
Oh.
Chef.
Okay, so everyone's seen it?
Not
I've
I,
No, but I
Actually-
watched the chef show.
I
And
read the
I've been to
spoilers
Toys
on that one.
restaurant, and it's
I have-
so good.
I haven't seen it, but I saw a Bollywood remake of it, and it's really good.
Interesting.
Watch the original Chef film. That
I will.
honestly, like, I don't care what anyone has to say. That movie is a testament to cinematography because I went into that theater after eating at Cheesecake Factory in the States. I was full. I watched the movie. I came out hungry as shit again. The way they show how the food is made is amazing. The fact that it led to a TV show as to how you make some of the food is amazing. The fact that I've made some of the foods in it from their online
Yeah,
recipes.
I have Roy Choi's book. Oh my god! Like,
Yeah.
I've ate at his restaurant
good.
twice in Vegas, and it's.
I
It's a
want to
hit.
go to
It's
the
a
best
hit.
friend's restaurant so bad.
I have that one of the shirts because like
I'm jealous.
for reasons I won't say on the stream, but I love it so much.
You're telling me you went to Cheesecake Factory, read their novel of a menu, and made your movie on time?
Oh my god.
What?
Bro, their menu's huge.
Oh,
Their
I
menu-
know.
It's
I
They come
had
up
the
to you
mac
in
and
like
cheese.
2
I
minutes. they're
remember.
like, you ready?
Here's the
I'm
thing.
like, no.
I remember the movie so well that it caused me to remember what I ate that day. I ate a freaking mac and cheese burger.
I hate that mac and cheese burger.
Oh my god.
Not
Not
terrible
good.
from what I remember.
Not real food, bro.
It's not real
It's not-
food. I don't know
But
how.
yeah, that movie is amazing to me.
Do you know what, like, why he did that movie though?
Oh
Like,
yeah, because Iron Man 2 was just such a shit.
yeah, I love it.
It was
That's
a
like
shit show.
You need
exactly
to-
why I love that movie
Yeah.
too.
It was just John Favreau just going, here's my actual passion, and I'm gonna play a character just trying to find his passion again.
Mhm.
He
And
said.
it's just so good.
He's like,
He just said, fuck
"Get
you,
outta here."
Disney. Yeah. Yeah, no, that movie was so good. More people need to see it. Just
It's on Netflix, isn't it?
it is on Canadian Netflix, and I own it
It's
on Blu-ray.
regular- I think it's on the regular
Yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
I
it's-
swear I've seen it. Yeah.
And regular Netflix.
I think so.
We're
we're regular
What,
Netflix.
is that American Netflix?
Yeah, we're regular
Sorry.
Netflix. And you guys are
Whoa.
Netflix B. it's just or is
Fine,
it
as long as
C?
we're
Okay.
primary Disney Plus and y'all are
Okay,
Disney
got me,
Plus
alright,
B.
got it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
we
because
got
we got
Free
that
Guy.
star,
Yeah.
and we have
We got
Only
Star.
Murders in the building.
Mhm.
We
Yeah. I don't need to go to Hulu
Deadpool.
for that.
exactly.
Victor, I was still serious. We should definitely do like a podcast during that season, and then
Please,
and then just like dissect every episode.
let's have an episode. Let's have an Only Murders in the Building episode.
Yeah,
I'm down.
I need to
I've started
watch
it.
you need to watch it. You
Let's
guys
watch
need to
it.
finish it.
I
Watch
do.
Well,
it's
too,
easy
but
for
I
us to
haven't
watch.
seen
Yeah. Well,
It's just.
All right.
I mean, it's like a murder mystery podcast. I mean, they
based on a
make
murder mystery
on the-
podcast.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay.
I'm gonna critique the hell out of it though, since I do study criminology. So we'll find out.
Okay. Well. Oh no.
But yeah.
Victoria.
Oh no, where'd she go?
Okay. There we go.
Oh
My
gosh, she's
battery's
back.
running low.
I was gonna say today's all the technical difficulties.
All
My
right,
mic quality might reduce at some point. So
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that leaves me
Laiba,
with
yours. What's your
my
dosey do?
second. It's really weird because I don't know. It's not something you would think that I would pick as my
I'm thinking
second
Train to
favorite movie
Busan right now.
of all time, but actually it is Rocky 4.
Lord. Let's go.
I do not take you for a Rocky fan.
Huh?
Let's go.
I am a really big Rocky fan.
But
Oh, I
Rocky
know. I know
4?
why. I know.
I am
might as
amused
well.
by this. Never seen
Oh,
it, but I
explain
am
for me. I'm not
amused.
saying it's better.
I
I'm
like-
just
I
yeah.
love this for you.
Like boxing holds a very special place in our hearts. Okay, boxing. I know more about boxing than I need to know about boxing.
Not Creed or anything.
No, for some
Oh.
reason, Rocky 4. I do love Creed. It's
Creed's good.
such a good movie, but Rocky 4 for some reason is one of my favorite boxing movies ever. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the story. I don't know if it's the classic 80s soundtrack that that it has. I don't know. I just love it. And I love who was his name? Ivan Drago's character.
Yeah.
Okay,
Even
it is
though
the
he
one with the
doesn't
Russian
say
guy.
it.
I was like,
Yeah.
Yes, so it's the one where Apollo Creed dies. Spoiler.
No,
He
it's
gets
Wow.
killed by Ivan
if,
Drago.
if you've seen Creed, you know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know, even though Ivan Drago's character doesn't say anything at all in this movie, for some reason he is one of my favorite characters. So is Polly. I love Polly. But yeah, I know it's a very unexpected pick.
Is
How
Ivan
did-
Drago's character your favorite character?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Okay.
It's not Rocky. It's not Rocky Balboa.
Sweetie.
Balboa.
This is so
It's
wild,
just
man.
a
How
Russian
did you
dude.
watch this for? Like, how did you get into the Rocky?
Yeah. What is it? What is
How did I
Sphere.
get into? Okay, so I have the entire box set
Come on, guys. Where are you guys?
I
at?
have the
Obviously
entire
she
box
does.
set. of Rocky.
We're seeing a
Oh,
whole other side of
obviously
Laiba here,
she does.
people.
I love
Note to self,
boxing.
don't mess with
We
Laiba.
all love boxing. It's
I love boxing. I love MMA, but I don't remember when I first watched it, but it's like these movies are something that my family just likes watching because they're
Fair.
like they love boxing. I have like a martial arts family, and for some reason Rocky 4 is just one I can watch over and over and over again. And
Okay.
I think specifically it's that training montage in Russia.
with the
So
robot.
good.
With the robot. He fights a robot, doesn't he? He like boxes a robot.
Ivan Drago, yeah, it kind of shows it's I also think of this film of like what do you call it, communist propaganda,
Mhm.
because it technically is, because like with
Right.
that montage, not communist propaganda but American propaganda, they
I see,
show
I see, I
that
see.
Rocky can do so many things. He can train like a real fighter when he's in the cold in a farm in Russia, and Ivan Drago can train with these high-tech machines and he's still lost.
Okay, yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? So it shows that I love this
Right,
movie
right,
so
yeah,
much.
Okay.
But yeah.
Fair, fair.
That is my second movie.
It's crazy. I
That's
remember
wild.
that movie, like I remember watching it was like a Pacquiao fight, right, was going on, and then people were
Yes.
watching Rocky 4, and I was like, I'm gonna go watch Rocky 4 real quick. Like,
Okay, so we're watching all the Rocky movies now. Got it.
I
Yes.
guess so.
I have them.
most of
I'll
our,
drive to Alberta.
yeah.
We're gonna have a Rocky night, Johnny.
I did that last
Yeah.
year.
These two can go watch a movie. We'll have Rocky nights.
We're gonna have Rocky night.
Most over brand. My number 2 film is Fast 5 #family. The Fast series is
Ooh.
wild, man. That's
I like Fast 6.
I can't
Fast
tell you
6
the
or
difference.
Tokyo
I
Drift.
remember Fast Five the most.
Which is the
fondly.
one with the safe? Is that 5?
I think
there-
that's 5.
Yeah,
Oh,
the one
five,
where-
yeah.
Where they're using it as like just like whooping around town, right?
Yeah, that one, the heist.
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure that's
yeah.
5. Yeah.
With Han,
Which
the one
is-
before Han goes to Japan. Technically, Tokyo Drift is my favorite out of the Fast series.
I love Tokyo Drift.
but
It's so good.
I can't support a story about a white guy going to a different country and then just like completely owning that country.
I just love the name
Tokyo
Tokyo
Drift,
Drift.
yeah.
It's such a
That's
good
on
It's
too.
got a lot of
The
style.
I was
freaking
listening
theme
to it
song,
earlier
oh my
today.
God.
like if movie's good or not doesn't matter. It sounds so cool.
I
Yeah.
honestly need to do a Fast and Furious like marathon.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
not seen all of them in a while.
We're currently watching the Harry Potter series. We're on number 3 right now. So
I still need to watch Half Blood Prince too.
the first two movies,
Never seen it.
the first two movies make no sense. Like in
Dude,
in
I
the grand
love
scheme
3.
of planning, like they made no sense at all.
Preserve
third
Us.
one's good.
The third one, yeah, no, the
Preserve
third one,
Azkaban's the
the
best
third one, I think they had full confidence that like, okay, now we're gonna
Yeah.
be doing the whole thing now. But like
Yeah.
1 and
I
2,
didn't watch the third one until way after I finished the whole, like all of the movies came out and I was reading the books for the first time because my family read it. I was smaller, but then I was like, oh shit, I've never actually watched the third
The
movie
Prisoner of
because I
Azkaban?
was I was scarred because in the second one there was the whole puke slugs thing, and I'm like, I can't do puking. So I quit.
Even the spiders is what scared me.
Practical effects in the
For
first
the next
two are
movie,
good.
and then I watched 4, 5, 6, 7, 7.2.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. So number 2s, everybody.
There's our
Now
dosey
we are
dos.
going on. Number ones of our list, which are basically the ones that define our entire personality.
Whoa.
Hey,
No. Mine does not
Hold
define
up.
my
Wait, no,
personality. Let's just establish that right now.
makes
Our
sense.
number
Hey,
one movie
that checks
we're
out.
gonna judge you by.
Let's have Victoria go first for the
Yeah,
fear that
go
she might
for it.
like clock out right now.
yeah. I was like, I should say this while I still have the good mic on. No, I have to put Twilight there. It doesn't. Is it a good movie? No. Is it a great movie? No. Do I love it? Absolutely.
I really like that.
We're clipping
I
this
watched
one.
the first one. I watched the first one at least twice a year probably. I don't know why. I mean, I lived in Seattle for a little bit, and I got to go to Forks and be around that area. That area is just gorgeous. I'm still sad. One of my favorite scenes from the book is not in the movie. I swear to God it was, but I had a very vivid dream one time. But I won't spoil that scene because next week is Twilight Week on the podcast.
It is.
God, we're gonna die.
Tyler, if you don't know,
I don't know.
me and Johnny are going to be taking a hot noodle challenge. We're going to be quizzed on Twilight.
I love it.
So
Every time, so good.
every time we get a question wrong, we have to eat spicy noodles.
I'm gonna find the spiciest one I can just to make it that much extra.
Oh, you can get like the double fire.
Oh, I plan on getting the black one. Don't
You guys are
worry.
crazy. All right.
Okay,
Victoria,
good,
go on
good.
with your
But yeah,
daydream.
If I can find it, I plan on getting that one.
It was like it came out when I was in like grade 7, so I was like the prime age for Twilight then, and it's just like
Fangirl age.
there's something about vampires. There's like Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart get so much shit for that movie, but they're both phenomenal actors. Like especially you see like the recent stuff, you're like, oh right, like they're like legit actors. It's just like, you know, they're young, it's early stuff, and is a star-studded cast for some reason. I don't know like why. Like Anna Kendrick's in there. There's so many people in there. It's like,
Anna Kendrick's in that.
Holy
shit.
They added a scene, didn't they? Like the baseball scene wasn't in there originally.
It wasn't there.
That wasn't there. I feel like there was. Maybe I'm thinking of Harry Potter again. They added the green room scene. Probably.
Did Rami Malek pop up yet?
Oh
he's
Rami Malek.
last
God.
one.
Rami Malek, my bad. Yeah. Oh shit.
He's in it too. Like there's so many people.
There's so many good actors in that.
I know.
Write this down, Johnny. Write this down. Write this down.
Write it down.
Typing.
You could, like, I don't know. It's just like a basic, you know, love story. This and that. Like, their relationship isn't good. Like, it's like not healthy at all. But like, there's the familiarity, and it's just a very kind of simple story. To like, oh, she's like finds out he's a vampire, and they love each other. Cool.
Okay.
The problematic pick.
I have all the books. I have the box set. I have all the movies. I have all the Barbies. I have like so much.
Do you have the new book, by the way, where like the book takes place from Edward's perspective? She's getting
like
it.
over
She's
here,
pulling it out.
right here.
Apparently, there's a book where like the gender roles are swapped.
Yeah, there's also that
Right?
one with the green
Yeah.
apple. Do you have that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't have that one,
It's wild,
but I
man.
have the graphic novels for the Twilight. Like the first
There's
novels.
graphic novels for Twilight?
Yeah,
I'll say that
only
I,
the first book, but it's
I
Okay.
think the movie did a good job of translating the book. I think when I saw the movie,
I
was
wouldn't
like,
know.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Good. I used to read a lot, like a bunch. Read a shit. I'll read literally anything. And
out of a lot of the YA teen book to movie adaptations, the first Twilight movie is
pretty
fairly
accurate.
decent at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot
Okay,
better
okay.
than like the first Harry Potter book to the
Oh
movie.
yeah.
He does have a billion like iconic scenes. Like I love that. Like he's like, I didn't want you to see me like this, and he's like, oh shit. I was like, what's happening?
What is this doing to me?
On Facebook when I was at those age, and there's like the Pixo sort of things, where you can make the little text and graphics and stuff. I found them that I posted back then, and I retraced them, and I put them on my Redbubble, so it's just like, and the lion fell in love with the lamb, and this and that, and it's like, I love it. Like I wear my Look Push Baby sweatshirt all the
Love
time
that.
that I got like last year, and it's like, where the hell have you been, Loca? Hey Arizona, how you liking the rain, girl?
Wait.
Okay then.
I can.
Holy shit!
I have like the most of the movie memorized. I can say it as the movie's playing
Oh
the
my
entire time, and
goodness.
it's an
Maybe.
experience.
Yeah.
I feel that. Okay.
Can we agree that the dad takes a lot of L's in that movie? I'm like, I feel so bad for the
yeah.
I
dad.
root for
Oh
the
my
dads
God,
from
you
what I
gotta be a
remember.
dad, bro.
Charlie.
He's a good boy. He's not a good dad, but he's a good
Boy.
he's a good person, you know.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay.
He doesn't always do everything right, but he tries and he loves his daughter and he
That's right.
whatever. But good boy.
All right, let's continue on with Nick. I don't know if you can top Twilight.
I mean, I think I come from the same energy that Victoria comes from, where like my number one movie, it's not good, it's not perfect, but I love it so much, and
Oh,
I
God.
watched
What
this
is it?
movie 4 times in theaters. It was the 2017 Power Rangers movie.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm pretty sure that checks out with everybody.
yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Krispy Kreme, dude.
Oh God, I hate that, but also it's so fitting.
I got the Power Rangers Krispy Kremes because of that movie.
yeah, so
It
did
was
I.
good.
I'm probably gonna get Krispy Kremes after this, honestly, just because I'm talking
My
about it.
Krispy Kreme's like an hour
Yeah.
drive away from me.
Do it.
So one of my favorite thing about that movie is that I've been in the Power Ranger community forever. I've seen it at its worst, at its best. I've watched Super Sentai, I've watched Kamen Rider, I've watched everything about the series. And I always did want like this, like not like a nitty gritty Power Rangers, but I did want like what would it be like if it was like more about real life? Because a lot of the Power Ranger series don't do that. The closest one that ever got that was like Time Force, and that was like it was more like a drama. If you've ever seen Time Force, it's like a drama. People are in love. There's like a romance going on. People die. It's wild. But like the Power Rangers movie that came out in 2017 just hit all the boxes in terms of characters. Like all of the characters you just feel are very real. The Red Ranger has this dynamic with his dad. The Blue Ranger Billy, he's like on the spectrum and he's trying to make friends and he doesn't understand social cues. Zach has this thing where he has to take care of his mom and he's like an outcast, but he's not.
He
wants
speaks
friends.
really good Mandarin in that.
He does,
too.
yeah. He's
Yeah.
really good. Everything he does. And then Trini, who is played by I forget her name, but
I forget. It's a singer.
it's a singer, yeah. But
Becky G.
yeah.
There we go.
She has this struggle of identity of like, you know, she like coming out to her parents. We don't know if she's like particularly gay or bi, but she's LGBTQ, and it's like this. You see this struggle that she's dealing with, like both not just with like her parents, but with like people. And they have this scene like at the fire, and they're like all like opening up to each other. Some of them do, some of them don't, and that's like real. You don't have this moment where everyone does, all right? Just because one guy did it doesn't mean everyone does it. And that's real. Like that's a real thing that happens. Sometimes everybody's not ready to talk about their feelings. And they don't even have a reconnecting moment after that. They just continue to be a team. And they trusting, it teaches you like trusting someone isn't telling you everybody their entire backstory. How did all of these different people like from different backgrounds expected to understand each other? They don't, but they trust each other. And that's what makes them like a Power Ranger team. And that like that kind of element like is what I loved about that movie. There are obviously flaws in that movie. Okay, I don't like the suit design. I think the robot design's really ugly.
I like the suits, honestly. I just don't like the Megazords.
Are the suits better or worse than any of the Spider-Man suits?
No, they're definitely worse. They don't translate well. You know what I mean? Like I can't look at it in the flash and understand what's going on. It's just a lot of like CGI jargon.
I still prefer it over some DC suits I've seen.
Yeah, but
Nick,
it's,
don't defend yourself. Just love it. Just
yeah,
love it.
just
all
love
Yeah,
of
just
You're-
love it,
I just
dude.
love it. Like I
just
love
love
it so much, and I saw it like 4 times in theaters, and like
I love Rita Repulsa in that movie too, honestly.
That was weird. That was-
Dude.
I know I felt about that because the original actress was like Japanese, and I was like, yeah, that's weird. But the movie itself is just like I can watch it and feel good like always, and I think they really had confidence in like making it a whole series. There was like talks, the end credit scene, spoilers if you haven't seen it, that like Tommy was gonna come in and Tommy was gonna be like a woman, and that was gonna be like a whole different dynamic, which I thought was gonna be like really fun, and then they just like they cut it, and I was like,
I demand the sequel, honestly.
I don't
I'm
know.
so disappointed that they didn't continue.
Yeah,
No, same.
it was really just like I don't know if I wanted a sequel. Like looking at it now, it's like I feel like they would have gone like a really bad direction at some point. But like as it lives on its own now as like a cult classic to me, it's like this is definitely like the film that defines my entire life. And like this is everything I wanted in a Power Ranger movie. This is everything I wanted like as an adult liking Power Rangers, and it delivers. Right? It's got its
satisfying too.
It's so
right,
just,
yeah.
Everyone, especially that scene where he just slaps the kid and he's like, "Did you just slap me?" And he's like, "Yeah." It's like, okay, yeah. Like it was just such a.
And no one really talks about this movie.
No one
Like,
ever.
Not
does.
enough.
No one. Not a lot of
You
people
need to
know
bring it back on TikTok, Nick.
I am.
Do it.
I've always had this idea of like a comic I've wanted to make with a Power Ranger story, and it was like I draw a lot of inspiration from this movie because like this hit all of the points that I would have wanted, and it's like just expanding on those ideas. Like we don't see them all be friends. They're just co-workers that like each other, you know? We don't see that part where they become fully friends, you know? And I want that moment for everybody. I don't like Kimberly though. I think Kimberly's the worst character out of all time.
I like Naomi Scott.
Okay, yeah, but her character doesn't make any sense because like we're supposed to feel bad for her because she sent nude pictures of her friend all around school, and it's like we're supposed to be like,
that's a horrible thing to do.
It was like,
Wait, I don't remember this.
Yeah, no, this is like the scene she has.
Well, I
with
thought
Dave.
her nudes got leaked, wasn't it?
No, wait, well, hey, no, it was her friends. She sent her friends out.
I need to rewatch it.
And everyone's like,
that's illegal in most places.
That is.
Yeah. And then Jason's
definitely
like,
in Canada.
Jason's like, you can't let people bother you just because he did a bad thing. It doesn't make you a bad person. I was like, that's a pretty bad thing.
No,
to
you
do.
did a crime.
That's pretty bad
illegal.
though. I was like, oh, like we feel bad for her, like ambiguously, because we don't really know what she did, and then you find out what she did. He's like, you know what? Maybe people should be mad at you because that's kind of something you shouldn't do.
It's not like it wasn't her own; it was somebody else's.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It makes it like 1,000 times worse.
And it's like, okay, well, you don't have time for a redeeming arc now, so I really can't justify liking you. This is really difficult. Yeah, so that's the only thing. Every other character, fantastic. Kimberly definitely needed a little bit more work, but like the characters, the characters in the cast, amazing job. Like I think they nailed it on there. Everything else around it, Krispy Kremes, the suit design, we don't need to talk about
Alpha.
it. But everything else cast carries the whole film. Everything I wanted exists in that film.
So you like classic like coming of age setup, like that's kind of that movie, right? Like you get to watch all these kids basically get like superpowers.
So I think the one thing like I don't like about coming of age stories sometimes is like it's usually a solo thing. Like it's usually just like one person, and like which is great, but then like it just feels like I always wonder like what's going on with the rest of the people out there, you know, like what are they dealing with? And that movie kind of sets up like they all have something, right? And they don't try to understand each other. They simply just understand that they're all going through something together. They don't have to know what that means. I think that's like beautiful, like in a sense, like not having to have every detail be exposition to you to understand how that person operates. So that's like
it's called good writing.
Yeah. It was a gem, honestly. Like the writer who did that was like a gem. I was like, bro, like this is so good. Yeah, that's my number one.
I still can't believe they played Kanye's Power in that though.
I can. I like that. I like that.
No, I'm not saying I didn't like it. I'm just like shocked they played Kanye in it.
Oh man. Yeah, that's my number one. There you go.
Okay, fair.
Nice. What about you, Tyler? What's your number one?
It's gotta be a Taika Waititi because like that's my guy. Like every time.
What is it?
Which one do you guys think it is? Like
I swear to God.
It's gotta be Free Guy, dog.
Let me do a drum roll.
it's gotta be Free
Ready?
Guy. It's
Let's go. What is Tyler's number one?
It's Boy. Like Boy
It's-
is my
oh.
my absolute number one. Like I
Okay.
know I love like What We Do in the Shadows. I love like any of that. Like it was really hard. Wilder People is also like dope as well.
Yeah.
too.
Wow.
Boy is like the pinnacle because like Boy was originally a short story, and then like the story behind that he ended up getting to make the full thing.
I didn't
and
even see
also
this movie.
It's, you gotta see it. It's also like
Yeah,
it reminds me
too,
because
it's on
like
my
I had
list.
like a doo-doo dad. I call him a doo-doo dad.
Nice.
But basically, like yeah, like that story, like that really resonated with me, and like like that feeling of being lost. So basically, it's this story about this kid whose mom passes away, and his dad, you know, goes off and then comes back like a couple years later, and he's supposed to kind of try to like reconnect or whatever, but like his dad is kind of a terrible father.
Oh, man.
And Taika Waititi also plays this character, and I don't know, it's just such a like it's low budget, it's just very like grounded. I think I've cried like the most I've ever cried in a movie. Cinematography is great. It's like raw Taika Waititi. It has very like Edgar Wright, like Wes Anderson feels to it. Yeah, I think it's also because it's Taika's like first movie.
Nice.
Yeah.
But what did you guys think was the like what is your guys Taika movies
I
now?
don't
Like
know. Free Guy.
You will find out mine.
It's the bottom of the barrel.
I love
I'm
it.
just saying, I saw Free Guy and the Suicide Squad in the same week, and I was like, this is a good amount of
Tyga's
Taika.
in both.
Good
This is a
good Taika
double
film.
unexpected Taika.
I love
What?
Taika so much in both. He goes from straight asshole to dad who just, can I give you a hug?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's such a weird guy.
just
Just such a
He's
love
in Green
it.
Lantern.
such a good guy.
He's so like soft spoken as well. Like in
Oh,
one
yeah.
of my classes, I watched an interview. I think Tyler also
Oh yeah, you
shared
said
this
yeah.
interview.
I love it.
Yeah, and I think I don't know what it was for. It was for like an award show or something. But you don't expect him to be like that. He's very like I don't know. You expect him to be kind of like a crackhead or something, but like he's very soft spoken and he's very down to earth. And the way that he talks about his like the way he like writes stories and he was talking about Boy, I was just like, wow, this guy is not what I expected him to be like. Like I expected him to be like Korg. I don't know. why.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm cool. This is me.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen his TED Talk, by the way, where like he talks about him as a young boy growing up?
No, I gotta watch that.
I think
Oh,
is
I
that
will
the one he
send it
talks
to
about
you.
like creativity or something? Is that
Yeah,
the
like
one?
he
Oh,
would draw a swastika. He'd feel bad. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna turn this into a window. I'm gonna draw a house around it now. Stuff like that.
Oh, that's interesting. I gotta
Yeah,
watch that.
but
Yeah.
also
I'll
like
send it to everyone.
seeing some of the behind the scenes of like even like Ragnarok or other things like he's directed is just like the cast just loves him. He's
Yeah.
involved. He's like very communicative, and it's just like he's like I'm just like it seems like he's just such a bright light too in the
Oh, yeah.
community.
It's very likable.
But like
He's-
also giving direction. You can be likable but like not get shit done.
Yeah,
Very
yeah,
dark, like,
exactly.
He also
everything.
knows how to dress.
Yeah, he's definitely.
yeah.
a special
Pineapple
Yeah.
shirts.
Pineapple shirts.
It's great.
Fun fact:
Yeah.
I just
Yep.
picked like a tropical jacket for my wedding. It's gonna be like this. I'll show you guys. It's really nice. It's like this
Okay, send a picture.
dark
Okay.
tone tropical
Yes.
jacket that I really want to wear. And
With
that's-
pineapples all over.
No, unfortunately not. Couldn't
Damn.
find one with that. It had to be
Vetoed the
nice. Like it
pineapples.
couldn't be like bright and ugly, but it was definitely like it's definitely. Like,
We'll send you like
tropical.
a pin. You can have it somewhere.
I gotta approve it with the future wife. But
Didn't he have pineapples?
I've been trying to get my Green Ranger helmet on the table, man. Like that's my goal.
If your best man get to wear
One thing
it.
at a time.
No, unfortunately not. I don't get I'm gonna get a pass on that one. Well, Tyler, would Taika Waititi be your like favorite director? Is that
Yeah,
say
he's
that.
like my like every time I think of like because everyone's always like at film school is like I love Tarantino and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Tarantino's a red flag in my book.
Yes,
Yeah.
Tarantino,
Exactly. Yes.
Fincher, like Lynch. I don't get Lynch, but I was just like, nah, Taika, dude. And they're
Yeah.
like, well, he hasn't been around that long. I'm like, I don't care.
Does that
He's,
mean?
he's here
Matter?
now. Exactly.
What does that
Like,
mean? Yeah.
Taika's my dad. Canonically.
Dad.
He's-
I
he's
want
at
that
my-
to be my dad.
I love Tyga.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Johnny? What is your number one that's
Um,
going to define your entire
What are we
personality?
gonna cancel you for
I'm
this
kidding.
episode?
Yeah.
I really wanted Shang-Chi to be my number one, but
And
we
I
said no
said
Marvel
that's not
movies.
allowed.
We said no Marvel movies, so like fine. And then I thought maybe I'd troll you guys by saying Grown Ups too, but not even I could do that.
So what's your number one?
No, but okay, so Victoria, you were like trying to predict what I had for number one. Do you know what it is?
Oh,
curious
right.
now.
You're
The Taika
I
film.
said it was
we're-
based off
we're
a
on
book.
the topic of like the books and the movies. Nick and Nora's. The only thing that I thought of was Perks of Being a Wallflower.
No.
I love
I-
that movie.
That's the-
That movie flew over my head when I watched it. I
If you-
missed a lot of
Oh.
things apparently.
If you say
Because, like,
Percy
that one
Jackson,
with
I'm
the
gonna
book and
turn
the
this
movie,
stream
it felt
off.
very the same realm of Nick and Nora's. And
If you
actual-
No, Nick, the Hunger Games. No, I'm joking. It's not the Hunger Games.
Oh, thank
So
God.
it's based off a book.
It is
right?
based off a book.
Jojo Rabbit.
There you
Eric-
go.
Yes! Hell yeah!
I was so terrified Tyler was gonna say Jojo Rabbit. When he said like it's a Taika film, I'm like
That
oh,
was on the list, and then I was like,
He's like, no.
that's why you said, I'm not defined.
yeah,
Holy
it's
crap.
Jojo Rabbit. I
I
love
loved it.
Jojo Rabbit. I bought
Alright.
Caging Skies because of that movie. It's so emotional.
Yeah.
It is honestly a masterclass on how you do comedy, in my opinion,
Mhm.
because it is such a heavy subject involving Yahtzees and
yeah.
Bitchler.
Yeah.
That's a shout out for Danielle out there.
Yeah.
That you're watching this, like you should feel very uncomfortable, and you do at all the right moments.
Mm.
The moment you have the Gestapo go in, and just you have, I forget the actor's name, but he's brilliant. He's even in Logan, and he uses his size to intimidate Sam Rockwell. Because like I saw Taika Waititi breaking down the scenes as well, and it's just so good.
Mhm.
The young boy who plays Johannes, amazing. The girl who plays the Jewish girl in his attic, she's fantastic. I'm so excited to see her in that next Edgar Wright movie. that
I'm
she's
so
gonna be in.
excited.
That
And
is
just-
One Night in Soho, right? That's
Yeah,
Last Night in Soho,
Last
yeah.
Night in
Last
Soho.
Night in Soho.
There we go. And just I don't standardly like Scarlett Johansson, but the moment she just gets fed up with Johannes, just grabs his dad's jacket, throws it on, grabs some soot, wipes it across her
The
mouth,
sweat.
starts pretending to be his dad. It's so emotional. And then you get to the scene where you just see nothing but her shoes, and you know what happened. And the fact that he's just hugging there, trying to tie the shoelaces, and he still can't, but he still just hugs her legs there, and he's just crying. It hits me every time. And then like you have this film about like what it means to be young, what it means to be youthful, what it means to enjoy life, like, and then how there was that message about like dancing's for people who are free, who just enjoy life, and then you end on that note.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yep.
Yeah.
That
movie's
quote at the end. The quote at the
And-
end. I was like, oh
yeah.
my god.
Makes me cry every time.
Yeah. And just
So who's
the
your
moment
favorite
you see Johannes go in with the knife at
Oh
the
yeah.
young girl, I'm just like, oh god, what's gonna happen? Because I didn't read the book yet, right? So
Yeah.
who knew? But my favorite character is definitely the young Jewish girl. That or Sam Rockwell. I love Sam Rockwell.
I love Sam
Here's
Rockwell.
here's the thing. He might have played a Yahtzee, but I think there's a deeper story there that I don't think too many people picked up on, because like I think he was an LGBTQ character in it, trying to hide under the guise of being a Yahtzee so
Yeah.
that he wouldn't get caught or anything, because
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like there was a deeper story there. That one that they just didn't want to go like hit you over the head with it. And just that last moment as well, when he just strips Jojo of the jacket and just tells him to run,
Mhm.
and then he gets
Yeah.
executed for it.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's just
that
I
movie.
love the
Also,
little
I
boy.
don't like Rebel Wilson. She's amazing in this film.
she's so funny.
She
in
is
this.
funny. And
She's
here's your gun, and
hilarious.
it's like,
She
Yeah.
gives the kids grenades.
Taika,
Oh my
Taika
God.
knows how to like take like people and like really like put them in
Exactly.
the right roles.
Also-
like it's so
Yes.
you said favorite character. This one just popped in my head. No one canceled me for this. Taika as Bitchler.
Wow.
It was hilarious.
wow.
Is that he didn't do
Yes.
research at
No.
all? Because he's like,
He-
guy's an asshole.
why would I
so I'm gonna do
research him?
whatever I want.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And just the fact that he's also Jewish and he plays him,
Mhm.
like, yeah,
yeah.
just that movie hits home every single time.
Also, greatest window exit to ever have existed
Yes.
ever is
Oh my
that.
God, yes.
The
Oh,
best.
I've got to
there's
watch
so
it.
much to say about that movie.
I've not watched it yet, but I gotta watch it. It
Oh
seems
my
like-
God, Nick, what the?
Hey man, I'm busy. But
I'm
I'll
just
do it.
nodding along like I haven't seen it.
You couldn't have told me
Spoilers.
spoilers.
You're talking
Holy
you're
shit.
talking to a guy that Power Rangers is number one. Like it's not, what did you
Power
want to
Rangers number
Look up
one.
Twilight
Yes,
and
my
Power
film
Rangers.
about how you handle Yahtzees in
Power
filmmaking.
Rangers number one, 27 dresses. Like that's who you're talking to right now. That's your audience. All right.
But yeah,
I think all we have
That's
is
a really good number one.
Yeah.
All of
that-
y'all have good
I
number
was
ones.
yeah.
all we have left is
Like
Laiba.
the moment I made the list, I'm like, okay, Jojo Rabbit's number one.
Number,
sure.
yeah.
Are you work your way down?
I worked my way down. Number 3 was the hardest for that reason because I couldn't pick number 3. So many.
Laiba used to have your number one, didn't you?
Yeah.
I do.
Is this the
And my
movie that you
number
cry
one-
about every single time?
Yes,
you,
and
like,
it is the
posted?
movie
Okay,
that
I'm
Johnny has
excited to know.
guessed twice.
What is it? What is it? I keep
And
hearing
it is, oh, you can't even freaking see it. It is
Train to
Train to
Busan?
Busan.
Yeah.
One of my favorite movies of all time, ever since I saw it when I was 15, 16 years old. I am not a fan of zombie movies because before that it was like Zombieland,
Mhm.
it was Shaun of the Dead, and I'm like,
Okay, those two are good.
I
are
am
good
not
movies.
a fan.
Mhm.
But this movie, oh my gosh, it really did change my life. And every time I talk to somebody new or I meet someone new, I always mention Train to Busan. Like somehow I will have to put Train to Busan into this conversation because I think it's not really considered a horror movie.
No, definitely
And
not.
it's not, but like for some reason I always get jump scared at the jump scares. I always laugh at the parts I'm supposed to laugh. I always cry at the parts I'm supposed to cry.
Do you get angry at the parts
ending-
you're supposed to get angry about?
Yes, I get angry at the certain characters that I have to get angry at. But it's really one of my favorite films. And Don Lee, who plays my favorite character,
It's gonna be in Eternals.
Eternals. And I'm so excited. And what's so funny is that the lead actor Gong Yoo, him and Don Lee, he was actually Gong Yoo's personal trainer.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
And this is one of
Wow.
his first roles. Like this is Don Lee's one of his first roles that he's ever done in like a movie at all. But yeah, I really do love
I
this
would
movie so
respect
much.
any man who just decides to outright just freaking punch zombies.
Train to
Punch
Busan.
zombies.
That's the same director that did Snowpiercer, right? No, am I right?
No.
I remember everyone was
know.
making that comparison to that movie, like Snowpiercer and Train to Busan.
Oh.
Was it just because they were both on a
Yeah,
train?
Yeah,
I think
probably.
yeah. 'Cause,
So.
like, in my mind, like I obviously I read the spoilers, but I was just like it keeps like those two movies keep getting muddled in my mind because trains.
Yeah, train.
And I was just like,
Train.
It's a train
like,
movie.
This is such a simple concept. But I'm like, no, Snowpiercer is like the one where like there's like a lot of classes of Train to
The
Busan.
prequel to Willy Wonka.
Zombies.
Oh god.
But yeah,
Yeah.
this movie is also the director's first like live action movie.
Mhm.
Because before this movie, he only did like animations,
Oh,
and he
okay.
technically made a prequel for Train to Busan, which is
Yes.
called
I still need to see it.
it was it was called something, but I don't remember what it is. But that prequel, and now there's a second movie called Peninsula, which I have to see. But I love this movie. It's
yeah.
not good. Not good.
I was
No,
gonna
no,
ask
you
if you
can't.
saw the second one.
Yeah.
Peninsula's
I
not good.
haven't seen it.
Oh.
The moment you see Peninsula and I bring it up after you talk about Train to Busan, your reaction will be like Nick if we were to bring up Pacific Rim Uprising.
Yeah, no.
Ah.
Mhm.
Don't talk to me.
My biggest
Yeah,
thing,
no,
yeah.
I did not like Peninsula.
my biggest thing with like
Mm.
zombie movies sometimes is like the problem is the zombies, and I feel like that is a bad story. Usually like when the problems are like internal or external, you get like way better stories. And that's what I hear about Train to Busan. Like it's more about the people and not, the
Yeah.
zombies are just like
Yeah.
the zombies is just like it could have been any disaster
Yeah.
Yeah,
happening.
it could have been anything.
Yeah.
And I love how they only mention the word zombies twice
Yeah.
Yeah.
in this movie, and there is a certain scene which I love so much, and it's I'm gonna spoil a movie anyway.
No.
It's
been a while. It's been years.
Yeah, it's when he gets a call from one of his coworkers, and they're like, this whole thing, the reason why this whole thing is happening is technically our fault because we are investing in this company that caused all of this. Is this our fault? Did we cause this zombie apocalypse that's happening? And then he is trying to compose himself, and he's like, no, it's fine, you'll be okay, like we didn't do anything wrong. And then, oh my gosh, she's gone.
We're all dropping in and out today.
Dropping dead. And then we're all like, he's like, we didn't do anything wrong at all, so just compose yourself, everything will be okay. And then he hangs up and he puts his phone in his pocket, and he's in the bathroom and he's washing literal blood off his hands and he's crying. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like that scene is just a masterpiece. And the last scene as well with the little girl singing, oh my god. I don't know, it affects me so much. And when he like sacrifices himself,
because of that one hassle,
because of the
it sounds like I
hate him.
cry so much in this movie, and like
You
I
will
usually
love
like
this movie.
crying
You will
movies,
cry.
but
Funny
I'm just like,
thing-
this one, I need to like have a Bones Day to watch that.
Yeah, I'm a Bones Day for that.
God, we literally just learned what a Bones Day is.
I
I've
still
been
don't
living
know
my
what
life
it
according to Noodles for the past like 2 weeks now.
Tyler, do you know what Bones Day is?
Like Bones, like with Boreanaz, like the show.
No,
So-
no.
So I watched the account, but apparently there's a TikToker with this dog named Noodles who's a pug, and whether or not the dog decides to have bones that day, it depends. It determines whether or not it's a good vibes day or a bad vibes kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like
Send me
horoscopes.
this.
but
It's
just
been
like,
very accurate so
it's
far.
like your horoscope, but just like way simpler.
Based on a pug.
Yeah,
Yeah.
based on a pug, which is
based on
I can
puppy.
totally get behind.
Me too.
The star charts, forget about it. The pug, I'll stand by it forever. You know.
Okay.
Anyway.
But yeah, Laiba, funny enough, when I saw Train to Busan, I had zero subtitles, so I'm like, ooh. So I was just
You're
there
just
trying to figure out
guessing?
what was happening. I'm trying to figure out what's happening. Like I took rough assumptions. So yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
I
that's
still enjoyed the
my
shit out of it
favorite.
though.
so good.
what a
That
diverse
lead
list.
actor. That lead actor is in Squid Game, and as soon as I saw him, I was like, "That's a good-looking man." Like,
Laiba has
That's
the
a-
biggest crush on that man. He will
Ah!
blush
Was
right
it the guy
through
with the envelopes? The guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
every single time.
I would
Yeah.
lose every time. Yeah.
yeah.
Just to get slapped by that man.
Hell yeah, dog.
Me
I'm
was
like,
me.
bro, give me them envelopes.
Give me,
Like, I'll
give me
play.
the envelope.
Can we do
Oh
the
my
next
God.
one on the butt, please?
You'd see me just dropping shit. You'd see me just like,
Oh.
it's just, oops.
Oops.
You
I'll
do
sign
one
my
of
body
these.
away to you, I guess.
This would suck so much if I keep losing.
Oh, I'm really bad at this.
I'm really bad at this. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, I'm supposed to like,
Bless you.
oh no.
Oh no.
I
But yeah,
keep holding
he-
on to the envelope, which is,
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna lose.
Levis having too
Yeah.
much of a moment. now.
I'm blushing.
You can
But
take
yeah, he
that
is in
train
Squid
straight
Game.
to my house.
My
now.
Busan.
My-
My
My
booty,
booty,
son.
Hey!
You're my boost, son.
Oh, hey, Gong Yu, you are my Busan.
Oh,
That must be
Oh,
cringing.
shit! Ooh, I'm actually red. Okay.
You're good.
Wonderful. All right.
All right. So those were our top 3 movies. And I think
was
based
not
on these, we
easy.
can judge our personalities. I'm kidding.
Honestly,
I am
though,
not a horrible human being, for the record, by the way,
honestly,
despite 2 of the 3 I chose.
And I do have depth. I don't just watch rom-coms. But I mostly watch rom-coms.
my entire list is my personality. That's
Yeah.
no question about it. You don't need a test. That's my entire life.
Yeah. I think we all learned something about each other today.
Nick is who he is. Got
I'm
it.
exactly who
Yeah,
I
Nick
deserve
is
to
just
be.
an open book.
Wait,
Nick is very.
Did I talk about Robbie Reyes yet today?
No, you
No.
I did bring up
there
Ghost
we
Rider.
go. You
Bingo.
know you did, and I really, held myself back on saying
I was
anything.
surprised you didn't say anything like let Robbie be in the MCU.
Yeah,
Like as a quick thing.
Yeah, someone
I
argued
think
today.
we need to do a bingo card for each episode.
Honestly,
probably.
yeah. Someone argued
We'll start doing
today. What is it? That the Agents of Shield wasn't canon because of a tweet that went out.
Oh, I
I
saw
had
that.
to immediately debunk that. Stand by my boy Kev.
Yeah.
Because I was like, can't have that happen, dude. I gotta keep Robbie as much as I can.
Nope. Here is media literacy.
Once Robbie gets his own movie, it's just Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider 3 times over. I was gonna make a joke and I was like, if you okay, wait, hang on. If you guys think about it, the movie the movie list, the fake movie list I made a video about is accurate to what I just gave.
It is.
If you think
I just realized
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
exactly.
It ended with a Power Rangers. Second one was
Well,
a giant robot
No,
fight.
the first one was Hot Tub Time
Or,
Machine.
yeah.
The second one was Transmorphers, and then the third
Yeah.
one was a Kamen Rider Super Sentai.
I was
movie.
thinking, like, are you trying to hint at everything?
I was big braining everybody.
And yet we played you as a duet.
Too much brain meats, my butt. Like that's too much brain meats.
I made that
that's
video
crazy.
on a Bones day.
I'm a simple human.
It was just me flipping shit for my advertisement.
Probably.
And Laiba with the boxing, I just
I
did
know.
not
Yeah,
see
I
that
really
coming.
didn't see that coming.
Spicy.
Mess with me.
Okay, well,
All right. So that is a wrap on Voices of Atlas on this episode. Tyler, go plug yourself. Promote
Yeah.
yourself.
You got anything
Go
coming
for
up?
it.
Where can we find you, dog?
Yeah.
No. I mean, again, follow me on TikTok. I'm gonna try to be more active. I don't know if I have anything coming up per se. You can catch me on the next Taika Waititi movie because he invited me or whatever. I don't know,
Love and Thunder?
Your dad.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
in Love and Thunder.
Whoa! Interesting. Fantastic.
Petition for all of us to be at the opening of Love and Thunder.
Please do.
Premiere Day.
Yeah.
Come
hey,
on, Marvel, do your thing.
Like, please
Yeah.
invite us over, I don't know,
Help
Straw
us out,
Hat,
man.
Jay Stoops, and Bella Porch, I think. I think those three were there
Yeah,
for the
Bella
last one.
Porch,
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, fine. Go follow
And-
Tyler. He's cool.
Yeah.
Follow Tyler. He
I
literally
know.
makes
Go
follow Tyler, people.
amazing content.
Yeah.
Let us know if you want
So
him back.
good.
Like I don't know how you do it. You
Yeah.
have like you put so much depth in your content, and I'm just like, yeah, that
I'm
was
gonna
cool.
scream into my phone.
I literally just
Never
talk about
mind.
men in mind. So like,
Yeah.
I deleted a
I
comment
mean-
the other day though because they were like, "Oh, can you like slow down?" It's like I can't keep track of anything you're saying. And
You
I'm
know,
like,
hey,
"Oh, what?"
that
you know
is
what?
Their
I'm
problem.
sorry,
Tyler.
do you not know the time limit on this app?
Tyler,
I was like,
I hate it when people tell me I talk too fast, so I just talk
Same.
faster. Okay, like
Yeah.
that is who you are. You be who you are.
Yes, I love
Right?
it.
Yeah.
We have 15 seconds to get our point through, so let us
Yeah.
talk fast.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, let us know if you want Tyler back on the show. We won't listen to you. We'll have Tyler on
Yeah.
the show anyway.
We're gonna have Tyler back. for
We're
sure.
gonna have Tyler on the show anyway, so you
Yeah.
can't.
We'll probably
tell us what to do,
bring
so
him in for a
you don't.
quiz for trivia night. Or
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Or
that's
everything is
Oh, yeah.
wrong.
Oh
our
yeah.
super special guest.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I did watch Twilight recently, so I'm gonna be tuning in either way.
Oh,
like,
he's gonna be having his own spicy.
You can see me cry.
Yeah, right.
Yes, so our next episode will be our Halloween / Twilight episode.
Slash
So
torture.
tune in for that / torture for Nick and Johnny, and just pure bliss for Victoria and I. We're gonna have a blast coming up with amazing questions. I am Laiba Hazaro, also Makes an Anxious on TikTok. This was my first time hosting, so if I was a mess, don't roast me because I'm gonna cry. Anyway.
You did an excellent job.
And let's wrap it up, you guys. Come on.
Yeah,
Come on, plug
no,
yourselves.
I am Victoria.
She
You can find
was.
me everywhere at Victoria Argana. Tomorrow, October 22nd, I'm going to be on the Keegback show, so tune in there. I think it starts about midnight Eastern or 9 p.m. Pacific, so it's gonna be a late one, but I'll be
Start
on.
at 9 for me
Lot of
PST. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a lot.
it'll be
But
fun.
you can
I was
find
on
me
it.
I think they live stream it on Twitch, and it's also going to be on Spotify. Like us, we do the Twitch, we do the Spotify, we do the YouTube now, and Apple Podcasts.
I do have episode 3 up.
So,
Cool.
Yes.
but that's what's going on with me.
And I am Super Nikender. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, everything else, Super Nikender, except on TikTok. I am Amazing Nikender. So I got to work on fixing that. I don't do stuff. I just doodle and yell about other things. Usually it's either Power Rangers, Pacific Rim, Radiant Black,
Or Robbie Reyes.
Robbie Reyes. If any of that fancies your content, that's what I'm doing. I am going to be working on a little bit more artwork though, so that's going to be fun. I've been getting a little bit more into my artwork vibes, which I drew Tyler, our friend here, our little Spider-Man.
Dude,
So
look how cute
We
it
love
is.
him.
It's
We love him.
adorable.
Yeah.
It's
That's
so
like
good.
the dopest thing. I almost cried. I'm not gonna lie because I was like,
Oh, I
just-
cried when I saw my Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. I cried when I saw my little Bucky
no.
Barnes.
Yeah, I love doing all that stuff. So I'll probably be revisiting my art sometime soon. So
Can you say your name one more time?
Super Nikender.
I've been reading it as Super Nick Anger.
You know,
and I
everyone
thought-
says
Me
that.
too.
You're like everyone who's been on this show, you and Danielle have said the same thing.
Oh, it
Basically,
sounds
The
like
three of us have as well.
Yeah.
Right?
sure it's one is saying I read the spoilers. One that says Super Nick Anger.
Yeah. Yeah. But hey, you know
No.
what? It's a fun story. It's a fun moment that I have with everybody. So I refuse
Love
to
it.
change the pronunciation of it. But yes.
And I am Marvelous Johnny. Y'all can find me on the TikTok. Right now, I'm doing a celestial countdown, as I'm calling it, where each and every single day I'm posting at least one video to get y'all ready for the Eternals movie, because that movie's gonna be awesome. And Spider-Man No Way
Yes,
Home
it is.
should get delayed so that movie can have its moment.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
And just recently, you
Yes.
can also find me screaming at Martha Stewart to use chopsticks and not a pair of
Oh, yeah,
scissors, because I
Absolutely
was
zero
genuinely
flavor.
bothered.
Yeah.
It was,
Those noodles,
They were dry.
They
They were
were dry.
there was
Dry.
no broth. Do you know how many people I've had commenting like, I mean, that's ramen, right? Like, no. And then they'll send me a
You need
video
the
of instant
spoon.
noodles. I'm like, that is not ramen.
You need the spoon.
But
to get
You
even
the
need
if
a
you
broth.
buy
spoon. You need a
instant
good broth.
noodles, you have flavor packets.
Literally.
Yeah. Oh well.
All right. So
Yeah, that's my rant.
Yeah. We have been the Voices of Atlas. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We also have a Discord you guys should join because we can spill some tea. I'm kidding. I don't know what we're gonna do on that
Nick
Discord.
has secrets that he can tell
Wait.
everyone, by the way.
Maybe we'll let you in on our secrets. I'm kidding.
We'll
But
let
we
you
are-
on our train to Busan.
Wait, you guys need a Patreon then at that point. Join our
Oh, yeah,
Patreon.
Yeah, join
We
our
should also
Patreon
probably
for-
start a scener so that when some of us start watching movies the others tell us to watch, we can watch it with people.
Yes,
would
I want
be-
to.
that would be
Yes,
a good idea.
yes.
We don't have a Patreon yet. We're working on
We
it.
don't
Not
have a
yet.
Patreon yet, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also follow us on Twitter. We posted for the first time recently.
Oh yeah.
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 We're also on YouTube as well, and
Yes.
our audio version of our podcast will be posted on Mondays on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, and
Google.
What else?
Google. I'm working on
Google.
Stitcher because I enjoy Stitcher. I like
What is
Stitcher.
All
Stitcher?
right.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
We'll be there. Okay. Thank you, Tyler, for being on our show.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Tyler.
Tyler.
Thank you.
That was
All
fun.
right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
We're like that alien.
Bye.